Hello, friends. Happy Sunday to all. How are we doing? Hello, hello, hello. Squishy, thank you for the 2 months, dude. Appreciate you. Hello. You're awake. That'll do. Yeah, that's good enough. We ask nothing else, nothing more. That is good enough. That will suffice. Awake and a kind of at I don't know. I got nothing. Kenj, thank you so much for the tier 3 at 5 months. Tier 3, dude. Alive? You are coffee? Oh, snap. Pokeless, thank you for the 15. Hello. Well, it was going to be, I mean, listen, we're still doing the comfy vibes. We're still doing the comfy vibes of lo-fi. However, oh crap, I pressed a button. Son of a biscuit. Well, I have no idea who just donated. Hold on. I had Tiltify up. It was ready to go. I heard the donation. I went to click over to the screen, literally logged me out. And now I have to check my email so we can get a code. Son of a. Because the way I have my screen set up, I have it sitting on top of Spotify. So when I am adjusting Spotify, it's fine. But then when I want to have the donation stuff up front, I accidentally click things. It's fine. We fixed it. Thrill, thank you so much for the donation to St. Jude, friend. It's okay. It's fixed. It was at less than 60 seconds. We're fine. It's fine. I do need to click better. This is very true. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well done for getting so far in the goal already. Managed to finally make. I appreciate you so much. It is never an expectation from anybody, but it is always appreciated. Thank you so much, Red Wolf. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so much. Misclick all the time. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Gosh darn it. You're doing this all month? Yeah. Yeah, we started on the first stream for May, and we're doing it till the last stream of May, which technically speaking, it's not the last day of May. It will still be there. Like if you can't make it to a stream and you really want to, it'll still be active until June 1st. But my last stream for the month will be possibly the 28th. There's a possibility I might not stream on the 30th because my son has a performance. So because of his performance, I might not be live that day. Or I just might be late. So TBD, let's just say worst case, 28th. We'll just say 28th for now. Spaghetti, thank you for the 6 months. Greetings, hello. Oh my, buttons are pushy. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. So it just depends how long his show is going to be. Right now, tentatively, I'm going to say that I'm not going to be live that day. Just so that way it's not like, ah, crap, I planned it. But if I plan to not be live and it's a surprise stream, then here we are. It'll be fine. Ice Arctic Fox, welcome in. Oh yeah, family always first. Absolutely. Absolutely. Happy Fast Sunday. Hello. Well, listen, it was going to be just a nice chill fast stream, getting some levels, maybe do a challenge here or there, but for the most part, just, play the game. But we had a little surprise. We had a little surprise happen. So it just so happened that I have a friendo who's free today. Yeah. Comfy chill? We'll see. In line to meet. Oh my God, Juju. Want to pop in? Oh, it's so good to see you, Juju. Chinggis? No, not today. Not today. I'm opening fast now so we can just get moving. Juju, have all the fun, friend. Get off of here. Go have fun. You finally made it to a Chinggis stream yesterday. Good. Love that, man. I've got some jobs ready for you. I can't hear the game. You hear it. I don't. I can see it coming through the desktop audio. Why can't I hear it? If only you could hear Doc right now. Oh, what happened? What did he do? Hi, Royal. Why can't I hear the game right now? You guys, wait. Hearing problems? Maybe Thunder. Thunder, thank you so much for funding the chaos. Only music. Okay, you can't hear it either, right? Or maybe you can. No, I see it in desktop. This is so confusing. Let me just shut the game down. Let me shut the game down. I have an idea. Let me check my sound settings. Can only hear the music. Okay. I need to turn the music way down too. Holy shit. I'm sorry. That's what it is. I see what happened. It never switched my audio sources. I have a Stream Deck button that switches between my speakers and my headphones and desktop, and it never switched. And I don't know why. All right. I'll have to check the Stream Deck later. That's not the end of the world. That's fine. That's fine. Let's reopen Phas. Oh, me and Doc are both going at the same time. Yes. Yes, Mr. Doc. That's how he all of a sudden was beckoning my call. North, thank you so much for the 18 months. Hello, friend. How are you? Yeah. We heard it when it opened? Okay. Hey, Death Rose. Hello. How are you? All right.
Welcome back.
There it is. It's literally in my title, Alpha. Yeah. Just watching last night's VOD. Ayo. Game audio. Yippee. There we go. There we go. All right. Phas is being captured. Sound is good. Lots of echolocation. Listen, he said that he gets asked about that a lot. So Doc is famously requested as a returning guest. Our beautiful friend, Mr. Doc, because he's amazing and he's hilarious. We tend to have a lot of fun when we play. Doc wants to know if you're ready. Fox fan, I am 100% ready to go. If he would like to host, I can join him. I'm 100% ready. Fox fan, thank you, friend. If he's in a multiplayer, yeah, if he's in a multiplayer lobby, if he creates one, I should be able to join on him. I think we're friends on Steam. We were talking yesterday about how there's a lot of people that have like really good sounds just naturally. Chiba, Doc. A lot of good blurps to be had. Tyler, what up, homie? How are you? How's streams been? All right, I'm assuming Discord got notified. Yes, all is well there. I'm going to go ahead and do this so Doc isn't waiting for me necessarily. Had a good week? It was a good week. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah. Professional goofball. Hello, how are you? Doc says he needs to die. Okay, that's fine. I believe in him. As soon as he ends dying. Thank you, Fox. Needs to die real quick. Well, that's a thing. All right, I'm going to go also try to do this. Hopefully this works. There's a lot wrong with us. I don't know. I don't know what to say. We just, you know, we are what we are. Accept us for who we are, please. That's all we can ask. Hey, Chief, how are you? Good to see you. All right, let's do this. Move this over here until I see that things are good. God bless him. No, he doesn't have to copy the code. If he's in a lobby, I should just be able to join him. Yeah, watch this.
Oh my god!
Oh.
It's like looking in a mirror.
It's like
Oh
looking
my
in a
God.
mirror. Oh my gay.
You're looking dashing.
I was gonna
Sir
say you look
Flashing.
dapper.
I'll tell you what.
Is his volume too loud or is he good?
What are you gonna rhyme my name with? Like crapper or flapper?
John Tapper? Is that the guy from Bar Rescue?
I don't know. I don't normally watch television. I just normally listen to traffic, and that's about the extent of it. Do you want me to remove my stuff, Flash? And by the way, thanks for playing with me. I appreciate
Of course.
it, friend.
Now hold on. Wait. You said you listen to traffic, like as in you look up like videos of traffic sounds?
No, I just open up a window normally. Just listen.
Do you live next to a highway?
No. I live like in a slightly urban area. We'll call it slurban. I live in a slurban area.
Okay. All right.
You know, we
Slurban.
hear traffic on the occasion, like the random gunshot and stuff.
Slurban.
Like that. But it's good.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's slurban. A random gunshot. Roughly how many does it take to be slurban?
Yeah, slurban. We also like to, do fireworks at all hours of the night and stuff like that.
Oh,
But I'll
that's
tell you
fun.
what,
We have that here too, but I don't know if I'm necessarily slurban.
You're not quite slurban?
I don't
You're
think
a little
so.
beyond, so you're more uburbs
The
rather than
slubbers.
slurban.
The slubbers.
Yeah, the slubbers.
Oh my God.
So, Flash, what's our adventure today? What are we doing? What do you think?
Staying alive, I suppose.
That's a good one. I tried that once.
How'd that go?
Oh, thank you. About as well as you would expect.
Oh my God.
Which is to say, not great.
Not great.
Yeah. But
I believe in us.
so
I think
here's
we'll be
what I'm
fine.
thinking, Flash.
Oh, I need to add equipment.
For do we want to start with something like easy peasy, like a little nightmare run? And
wait, you're level 78. Why am I putting equipment in?
because I tried to sneak my equment out on the sly, because I don't want to lose it all.
Oh, okay. If that's the reason, I'll add it 100%. I got it.
Okay. If you insist.
Doc loop challenge.
If you insist. All right. Awesome.
I'll let him know. Hatter.
Just start off with like a Tanglewood or.
Yeah. Do we want to do Nightmare? Do you want to try different things?
It's up to you. I don't mind doing Nightmare. Nightmare's fun for me because
nice
it
little
makes
challenge.
me think at least a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
which is kind of painful, but
it hurts a little on the left side.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, I'm fine. Let's do a little. You want to tangle up a Nightmare real quick?
Dangle a Nightmare, and then see if we maybe want to change it up from there.
Let's see. Yeah, let's do that, and then
I
let's
like it.
change it up.
I like it.
All right, I like it too. Watch how fast my computer loads now. Oh, wait a minute. Flash, you know how you always cut me off with what? Sorry, I'll be right back.
What?
All right.
What just happened?
You got it. Oh, I got rated.
Oh, okay. All right. Remember that time that I cut you off? Oh, wait, hold on.
and then I got cut off. Okay. Anyway, I'm just guaranteed not to win. I'm just gonna accept this and keep it as it is.
All right, keep Doc alive.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Thank you, everyone. Chat, keep encouraging Flash to keep me alive. That would be wonderful.
All right, sounds good.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to make.
Oh, yes, please. Oh, please. Yes, please.
Oh, wait. Maybe let's try something a little bit different.
Okay.
Case 91. Shannon Birds. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Cleanse the area near the ghost using incensuses. And finally, capture a photo of the ghost. I can smell you.
I was going to say, is this the Morgan Freeman character from Lego? The Lego movie?
Yeah, basically. I'm really glad that voice mod was actually working. Because
That would have been really funny if your voice was trying.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It would have been pretty embarrassing. But hey, you know, it's par for the course.
Par for the
All
course.
right, so,
All right.
yes.
What do you want me to take?
Flash, how do you do that thing when it was with the paramic, and then it sounded like how did that work? It was I watched you do it was with Break of Daylight, I think. And then you were putting the parabolic microphone on and off and on and off and on and off. And then something was happening. Sound ended up weird.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about when the voice was like cutting off?
Yeah.
It was when she was, I think, speaking through global, and I couldn't hear the global whenever I had the parabolic on.
Because it was kind of like that effect of like the CB radio going.
I guess, yeah. Like if you listen to it right now while I'm talking,
right.
I'll go through like this, and you let me know if the sound is cutting off or if you're able to hear me the entire time. I'm just a little curious. Did you hear that the whole time?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, that's perfect. So I could say a lot of really mean things randomly, and you would have no idea when I'm going to hear it, Doc Sucks, and you would have no clue when it actually happens.
Roger that. Hey, could you say something along the lines of like, "Hey, Doc, you're a miserable son of piece." Could you do
Yeah, absolutely. Doc is the biggest piece of that I've ever seen. I can't believe that mother thinks he can do whatever the he wants. I can't. Is that good?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream now.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later. Toot!
Okay.
Thank you for the raid. Sorry, we're with Doc. It's gonna be a weird day.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm gonna bring a video camera. You know what? I'll take the big honker. I think that's a good idea. He's so funny. I love Doc. Sweet Demonic, thank you for the 1 month. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome in. Donka. Am I late? You're not late to nothing. Oh, did I hear a throw?
Go ahead and try to find the power there, Flash.
Okay.
Right.
I thought I heard a throw. Did I hear a shrow? Looking for objects out of place. Checking. Oh, object out of place. Fork.
My God, you're right.
Can we turn up Doc? What?
On the floor this way.
Is this better?
Living thing.
How is he that quiet? Is he really
Is it
that
normal
quiet?
practice to just like squat on a fork? Probably not. Oh, okay.
It seems right at the time.
Just go with it. Just don't make it any weirder than it.
It's not standing up. It's fine.
Oh, jeez.
Doesn't seem quiet to me. He didn't seem quiet to me either.
Well, better out than in.
Jeez, with that, I hope so.
All right. Oh God, my mother, father! Flash, run!
Oh, wait, we need a photo, don't we? Oh, my bad. Yeah, sorry.
So
got
wait a
excited.
minute. So instead of taking the photo, you just sat in here and laughed at me while I was panicking. And instead of
it was a good moment to just witness.
I grabbed. First thing I did, I grabbed the mirror and tried to like frisbee it at the ghost and try to get it to go away.
That'll show it.
Didn't work out so well.
Well, the ghost seems to like you, so we'll get the photo when you're nearby.
All right. I'm gonna go turn on the power because that seems like the safest thing
Okay.
I can do right now.
I
So
think that's a
I'm gonna go
wonderful
do that. I'll be
plan.
right back.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I can adjust him a little bit. If it's too loud, let me know. Because maybe it's just loud for me because I have the game blasting in my ears. That might be why.
The power is on.
I can see you.
Oh. Let's-
The power is on.
Oh, thank you. I had no idea where you were, so now I have a good understanding of what's happening.
Just want you to be in the know, FlashForce.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Not a problem. Oh, sorry.
Red Wolf.
So what's our plan of attack? Give me some strats. Give me some strats.
give me some strats.
give me the strats.
It's like you're about to do like an old Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff.
Parents just don't understand.
give me the strats. Oh my God. I figured maybe we could probably get some more equipment because it doesn't seem to be doing much.
Okay, I'm on it.
All right. Hi, sissy. How are you? Do we have power? We does. We does have power. I don't know why I said wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Sanct Boots. Thank you for the 3 months. Hello. How are you? I am not monkey. For some reason, yeah, I can't see that chat up on my screen, and it's
I'm gonna
aggravating.
Grab Doots. I'm gonna grab a book.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab a sense of pride.
Okay.
And we're good to go.
That makes sense. I like it. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Why'd you name yourself FlashForce? I believe it's exclamation point name. Hey, we have of.
Oh. We have of?
We have of.
That's the power of.
Can
you feel it?
I was trying to get a photo of it, but I don't know what I did with my camera.
It went away? Oh,
no, I think I left my camera at the door.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, Doc, it's hunting. Who am I playing with? I'm playing with Mr. Doc. Goes back to the hell. What? I've never played it. Doc?
Flash?
Oh, you're here. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so scared.
It was terrifying.
Oh, the UV's still there. All right. I still need that ghost photo. Oh, ghost fart.
The stream deck. Yeah. This ghost is aggressive.
Hey, Doc. Is there something seem weird to you?
Oh, you mean outside?
Nope. I mean, I took a photo and the event was still happening and the ghost is no longer there.
Interesting. So you're saying what you're telling? If I'm picking up what you're putting down, you're saying this is a phantom.
You started with phantom.
Because I actually had to, I really, like, I realized, oh my gosh, I've trapped myself into having some sort of knowledge about Phas. I got to come up with something.
Quick.
Like, it's a phantom.
Did it just eat a crucifix? Oh, yes, it did. Oh my God. Sweet Deadly, thank you for the subs. I need to get out of here while I'm still alive. Okay, there we go. I need a smooge. It's not echolocation. Oh, we need to cleanse this nerd. Oh yeah, we need to cleanse. We can get some salt photos, all the things.
Anything else we want to do while we're hunting this phantom? Why are you always here when I'm on stage?
I can feel it in my bones when you need my assistance.
Watch me make Doc look like an idiot again, and again.
Listen, I think we could get ourselves a nice, easy, perfect game here. We just have to cleanse it, get some photos, and find a bone.
Done and done.
Done and done.
Are you? Oh, I know where the bone is.
Oh, okay.
And so, it's in the blue room. I'm gonna go take a picture of the bone.
All right, I'm gonna go put this other crucifix down and stuff and things.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Perfect
Yay!
First game.
Yay!
I mean, well, not for me, but you know.
Well, I'm picking up what you're putting down. As long as it doesn't stalk him. If it stalks him, well, that's bad. Oh, Where'd that? What'd I do with the cam? I dropped it at the door. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Evelyn, I'm good. How are you? Sweet Deadly, thank you again.
Look at all this. Oh,
Oh,
I got it.
my Lanta.
Oh, no,
Hada!
you got it. You got it. You got it. Okay.
Oh. Yes.
I just want you to know it's getting a
As long
little
as
dangerous in here
it's
right
tech
now.
time, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna wish
not
you luck.
normal. That, yeah. What happened? I already have a photo of you. Get out. No. Stop. Hey, Morty, how are you? Got it. Got it. Hey, Doc.
Yes, FlashForce.
Did you pick up the bone?
Oh yeah.
Then we can leave.
I mean, I'm not gonna leave until you're in the van.
Oh.
I mean, I could if you really want to. Oh, there you are again. Hey!
There he is.
Oh, hey. Stuff and things are done.
All right, cool. So it's a Phantom.
Phantom.
And Flash did all the other work?
It's a fan of Tom.
I'm a fan of Tom.
Well, I'm also a fan of
You
Tom.
crazy
We're all
bean.
Phantoms.
You crazy bean. Yes.
Was that a Tom impression?
Only Tom fans. You crazy bean.
He's not Australian. He said, you crazy Bane. I don't think he understands.
Nice. 1,940 goat dollars.
Say ghost or goat? It cut out for me. I think he said goat. Morgan, thank you for the 20 months.
All right. Well, it's a Phantom. So I think we did great.
Look at
We
that.
did fine.
Perfect. Everybody lived. Look at that. You can't ask for more.
No, you can't. I mean you can, but someone might get
Rachel
irritated.
Lowe. Oh, yeah, that's facts.
Like, what's wrong with this person? Yeah.
All right. Sticking with Nightmare?
I'm all right with that, unless you had another plan that you really wanted to do.
I am down for literally anything.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, so we're gonna go to Ridgeview? All right.
That is my vote.
Okay, Ridgeview's fine with me.
Okay.
I vote Ridgeview as well. That's
Okay.
perfect.
Good vote.
All right, here we go. Good vote. Good vote.
Sweet and Deadly. Thank you so much. He's so funny.
Okay, I got to check something real quick. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right, you're fine.
All right. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I checked it. We're good. All right. So
What were you checking?
this. This. Okay, got some things.
What were you checking?
I wanted to see. Okay, so here's what I want to do. All right.
Okay.
So we needed a house that had windows that looked out front. All right. So if we go over here and we look.
Right.
Okay. We got windows here. And
Yes.
I figure we have voice mod, you know?
So we can do this voice, or we could just use the walkie-talkie.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to do like a drive-through window and like just make an order or two before we hunt the ghost, you know, something like that. Like I'll get on the other side of the window and then or you can get on the other side of the window and just take my order.
Place an order. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Perfect.
All right. I don't know if I have. I think I have like one that was supposed to closely imitate the van voice guy.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We could
So
do
it
that.
sort of sounded like this. It had like a little bit of pitch and tone
Oh,
change.
no, that works. That
That
works,
work?
definitely.
All right. Roger that.
Absolutely. All right, roger that. So do you want to be outside or inside? Like, do you want to be
dealer-
the person who's driving up?
Dealer's
or-
choice. Would you rather take the order, or would you rather place the order?
Well, I'm kind of hungry. So
Okay.
I don't mind placing the order.
Okay. Is there any equipment I should have as the drive-through guy?
Well, I'll order something. I'll place an order and then you
Oh,
grab the items,
okay. You can order
and
something
then-
from the van.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is a great idea, or
I
it's
like
gonna
it.
totally suck.
All
One of
right.
the two. All right. Cool. Awesome.
All right. I'm gonna get the power first.
Roger that.
If it hunts me in the middle of this, that's gonna be really bad. can you have a McFlurry? This isn't McDonald's, dude. Damn. Where's the juice? There it is. Okay, we're good. I know. I was gonna say, watch it be a if the ghost, if he's looking at me placing an order and the ghost shows up behind me, it's gonna be gold. All right. All right, I'm ready.
Roger that. Okay, here we go.
Hi, welcome to Ridgeview drive-thru. What can I get for you? It's like double because I'm doing this. Hello?
Yeah, hi, yeah. I was hoping to. Hello?
Hi, welcome to Ridgeview drive-thru. What can I get for you?
I'd like a number 5. And if you could also get me a yellow cup. And get me one of the.
We're actually out of yellow cups right now. What is so good if I give you a blue cup?
Okay, I have no. If you could just give me a yellow cup, and if you can give me one of those like stuffed animal hats.
Yeah, we're all out of yellow cups. Is it okay if I give you a blue one?
Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. I mean, just give me a yellow cup, and if it happens to be blue, I'm okay with it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a blue cup. That sounds good.
All right, thank you very much. And also, like I said, one of those little Happy Meal bear things for the kids, or a bunny, or some crap like that.
We're all out of Happy Meal bears. Is it okay if I just give you a piece of cardboard?
Listen, it's got to be something the kids can play with. I mean, I suppose it could be. Yeah. All right. Fine.
Oh, we have a broken yellow cup in the back. Is that okay?
Wait, you just got done telling me a second ago there weren't any yellow cups. Why?
All right, is that going to be everything for your order?
Yes.
All right, please pull through the next window. All right, please pull through the next window.
What? These freaking kids, man. Complete incompetence.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
What?
Sir, please pull through the next window.
Okay, dude. You give me my food now, right? All right, here. Let me pay for it with my app.
Hi, welcome to the Ridgeview drive-thru. What can I get for you?
Wait, we went through all of this. I was at the other window. I ordered a blue cup and a bear for my children.
We don't have any blue cups. We do have yellow in the back though.
Okay, if you could do me a favor, give me a yellow cup then.
All right, that sounds good. And is it okay if the bear's missing a head?
Well, listen, at this point I don't even care. Like, if you could just throw a plate.
We don't have any plates, but I do have this knife if you'd like to give it to your child.
Okay, yeah, I'll take one knife and one plate, or one fork, please.
One fork, right on.
Oh, thank you. Wow, this is real service. So you're just coming right out and giving me this stuff, huh?
All right, there you go. Thank you. Please have a good day.
Okay, thank you. All right, I guess it's time for me to go. So, yeah.
Thank you for coming to the Ridgeview drive-thru. We'll see you later.
Thank you very much. I'm never coming back.
That's okay. You're a piece of If you could please give us a 5-star review on Yelp, that'd be great. Thank you.
By the way, pretty sure I'm standing in the ghost room. Was that breath? Yes.
Oh, geez, I've been talking this whole
Yes,
time.
I
about
haven't heard a
what to
word.
talk on.
There's
I
this whole
basically said how
time.
amazing you were. And,
Oh.
yeah.
This whole time I heard nothing, and then all of a sudden I walk over here and I saw breath. I'm like, oh, it's literally here.
Yeah, I congratulate you. Well, no, I recognize your bravery for carrying on that bit for so long in the ghost room. That's what makes you a pro. That's what makes you a pro.
Listen, it's what makes us who we are in the end, you know?
Yeah, which is a strangulated corpse.
That is hard facts.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Watch it be a Thay. Oh my god. Well, listen, if anything, I retained my sanity by having the light on. I had no idea that I was standing in the ghost room. I had no clue.
Okay.
You think the ghost was trying to place an order too?
Well, did it go? Because that means hash browns.
that's hash browns. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Could have done the whole and then bit. No, you got to make your own. You can't steal.
Well, let me know when you want to place an order, Flash. By the way, I'm more than
Oh.
willing to serve you stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that here soon. I'd love to place an order.
Yep. When you're ready.
Okay. All right. Here, let me put this stuff down, and then I'll go outside to place my order.
Because finding the ghost is actually somewhat important, I think, in this. Figuring out what it is. Doing something. Okay.
It placed an order.
Oh, ghost writing. Look at that. It wants 1 goat spleen, one bat eyeball with conjunctivitis, and Steve's partially
Pancreas.
licked lollipop.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
We went in 2 different directions. That was 2 different directions.
Don't forget the eye of a newt. That's right. All right, I'm ready to place my order now.
Okay, roger that.
Excellent choice, sir. Excellent choice. That's my order. Bot, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Cosmic Cherry, thank you for the 5 months. I know. We're with Doc. It's gonna be a little chaotic, but it's supposed to be. I can hear him in there. Yeah, hello?
Welcome to Steve's Burgers, and can I take your order?
Hi. I would really. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, welcome to Steve's. Can I take your order, please?
Yeah, I would really enjoy a one Steve's classic burger and a large fry, oh wait, you can hear me now. Okay, I'd love a Steve Classics. I would love a large fry, a large shake, a fork, and a plate. I'm sorry, what was that?
Alright, welcome to Steve's. Can I take your order? Steve's Burger again.
You're literally the guy I just talked to. I said I want a Steve's Classic, a large fry, a shake, a knife, and a plate.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get my manager.
Wait, I don't need a man. God, this freaking guy, dude. I can't. What the hell am I supposed to do with him?
Hey, welcome to Steve's. Burgers and chicken and fries. Can I take your order?
You're literally the guy I just talked to. You said you were going to go get a manager.
Oh, right. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the manager.
Hello, I'm the manager.
I'm fairly certain you're the same exact person that I just talked to, sir.
No, actually, I went to management school, and I have a degree in management, and I manage burgers and chicken.
Oh, okay. Well, never. Okay, well, you can't lie about that, so that makes sense. Hi, Steve. There's some guy was taking my order, and then he said he needed to get a manager, and I'm not sure why. Okay, okay. Let's try this one more time. I want a Steve's. I swear to God! Sir, where are you going? Come back and take my order! Sir, take my order, please. Oh, there was the manager. Oh, hi. Hi, that was the manager. Can I please get your help? This guy is apparently incapable of doing his job. And now he's sleeping on the... That's it. I'm going to go file a report. Oh, hey, the ghost lit the candle on fire. You have been terminated. The pose you're in, by the way, your head is literally resting on the couch. Apparently the manager just fired you. Dr. Mew, thank you for the 3 months. Hello, friends. Hi. You know, I never did get my order. This establishment sucks. Gonna ever turn on the dot? Oh, yeah, I could. Are they there? All right, let's see what we got here. Give them a bad review. I will. Oh, they're right there. All right, I'm gonna have it hunt one time, and then we're gonna leave. Next time you're taking Doc's order, just give him mine. Me place the order to him. Yeah. Okay. So it hunted you. Just getting possible thumbnails. You have a lighter? Be right back. I'm gonna go get a lighter. Sorry, I was too busy with my order. I don't... Morgan, thank you for the raid. Hello. Yikes. Oh, Morgan, you missed it. There was stuff happening. Oh boy. Oh boy, the House of Potato. Hello, friend. Okay, Ghostie's over there. Okay, Doc's over here. Sleeping on the job. This arm is doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so Doc... Oh, it's a ghost fire. Doc had a wonderful idea of us placing each other's orders at the window. And after I took his order, he took mine. But then he got fired. This is a miling? Why is this so quiet? Mr. St. Jude. Sweet and deadly. Dude, it's really, really quiet. All right. All right. Going miling, getting out of here. Wait. Do we know what the cursed object is? Wait. Wait a minute. If it's the monkey paw, I'm wishing it. It's so quiet. Fudge muffins. It's not. It's not cards and it's not that. I can't bring it back to life. Sag. Mini Sag. All right. All right, going to the truck, miling. Hope you had a great day at Steve's. I don't know what he said. Am I allowed to be in the kitchen? What does that mean? It's really quiet, yeah. All right, let's get out of here, sir.
Hope you had a lovely day, motherfucking Steve's.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
It was very, very quiet. Hey, we got a tiered up EMF. Let's go. Tiered up on a Saturday night. Yeah, it definitely looks like you're talking to me, but you're muted.
Muted?
You were.
Hello?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Sometimes my button doesn't work.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah,
I was definitely talking. I was saying important things. I was talking about how I knew pretty much from the get-go that it was a myling. By the ghost smell.
Is that like a secret for the staff? The staff know that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Basically, it's part of the special sauce. Just mix it in there, and it gives
Well,
you
first
the
you
power
start
to
with some pickle
communicate
juice, and
with
then
those
some
thereafter. Yeah. Ew.
That's what he said in Good Burger. I can't remember exactly what he said. A little bit of lemon juice.
Welcome to Good Burger. Home of the Good Burger. Nice. So what's the plan now?
Well, the ghost was
What
the
are we
manager. I figure we could maybe try like a no sanity, no evidence run or two.
Oh my God. Okay, so that means I've got to change the settings.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. However you would like to change it to make that happen.
All right.
KD, think of the
So we
26
need to-
months.
Wow. So I need to go into challenge custom.
Bro, what's that Roman
custom.
numeral? It's
All right,
19.
ghost speed. Contract.
Hi, Dakota. How are you? Cryptix, thank you for the 3 months.
monitor.
And Sweet and Deadly, thank you for
all
the
right,
dono
so
to St.
no
Jude.
sanity.
Thank you so much.
How
No
do I
sanity.
adjust this?
Meme games?
Oh,
No.
okay,
Real
here we go.
games.
Starting sanity 0. Okay. Sanity drain speed.
Hey, Mopper.
We wanna put it up to. All right. so
Sanity
here's what I
drain
got.
doesn't matter. I mean, you can turn that all the way up for the multiplier to be higher because we're not going to have sanity anyway.
Okay, so here's what I got. I'm just gonna go down the list because I think that's what's gonna make it the best. So
Okay.
starting sanity 0. Sanity pill restoration 0.
Right.
Sanity drain speed 200.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinting on or off?
On.
Okay. Player speed 100% or different?
100% sounds lovely.
Okay. Flashlights we're gonna leave on. Lose items and consumables on.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for the contract, setup time, weather random, doors
Daisy,
starting
hello.
open medium, number of hiding places none. Oh wow, this actually sounds like a thing. Okay, so how do I change the evidence number? Where is that?
And Ghost, scroll down and you'll see evidence near the bottom.
Oh, there's more. Okay. You can tell that I mess with this a lot. All right. 3, 2, 1, 0. Apply. Okay, so that gets us
Your
to
friend
an
wants you to play this?
8
You should. It's
something
fun.
Modifier.
Okay.
8.8.
So then you go over to the third column. Yeah.
Third column, contract.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got it.
Weather.
And-
I choose fog usually just because it's easier to see outside if you don't have
And
light
because
on
it's
you.
Chesney's favorite.
And Chesney
Okay.
does love it. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Clear fog. Fog. Done.
No, we're not.
Good plan. All right,
Other things to change in that, I would say, I'm trying to think what you need to change or what would be good. Having the power start on.
All right. Fuse box visible on map. Wait.
Visible on map,
hold on.
I mean, that doesn't matter that much.
Sandy monitor, activity monitor, fuse box visible on map, cursed possessions quantity.
No cursed possessions.
No cursed possessions. Okay.
None.
So 0.
0.
All right. There are no cursed possessions now in this house. Okay.
Okay. And the power starts on?
The power right now, fuse box at start of contract is off. You want it on?
On, yeah.
All right, on it is. Our rewards are at 9.02.
Okay. I'm trying to think what usually brings it up to 10, like what we're missing. I don't know. I mean, if anything, we could just go for it and then see how it goes.
Well, I could turn, if I turn that off. No, that doesn't do anything really.
Carolina, thank you for
Turn
the
that
tier
off.
one. Wait, thank you for the prime, dude.
No, wait, that needs to be on. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and apply this.
Yeah.
and then
We're not playing
we'll
with viewers,
see.
Mandy. Yeah, if I ever am, it's in my
Awesome.
title.
Do you have a map preference, sir?
Usually the small maps are good for this kind of stuff. So that top row is probably your friend.
It's always my friend. Always my friend. Okay.
This map is my
let's-
friend.
We just did fridge view, did we not? Do we want to do an edgy field?
Sure.
All right.
This will be fun.
Okay, this will be
Did
fun.
he save? Did you save the custom settings by chance?
Let's go ahead and look. 9.02. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
There we go.
Okay. Let's go. hey, Flash. Tell me about your day.
Was good. Nice try. Nice try. This sneaky
Curse
son.
you.
I knew what was happening. I knew it.
I didn't sell it well enough. I gotta sell it better next time.
Hey, why don't you tell me a good story about a bridge? And then I just start
Why don't
going.
you tell me a story that's gonna take you at least 10 seconds to tell? That would be really funny if it got cut off right in the
That's
middle.
right.
That'd be great.
It'd be a real shame if somebody cut it off.
Yeah.
Oh. What's that purple badge you got, Flash?
Here we go.
Purple badge I have?
Case 92, Harold Rose. Capture a photo of the ghost, find evidence of the paranormal with an EMF reader, and repel the ghost with incenses, violets, chasing someone. Nice.
I was drinking water. I'm gonna spit it out.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right.
You know, you realize the hate I would receive if I actually managed to kill you through
All right. Because the ghost can immediately hunt us, what I typically go with, I usually go crucifix, smudge, and then when I walk in with the crucifix in my hand. Oh, you know what? The multiplier, I think how it goes even higher. I think I usually have the hunt timer. I think what is it called? Where the ghost can start hunting. The grace period. I think that I usually have that like 1 second.
1%?
1 second.
Oh, 1 second. Sorry, your mic
Thank you for the
cut out real quick
dono.
for me, so it was
Oh, sorry. I usually have that
that's
1
okay.
second, so we could change that next time too. Makes it a little more spicy.
All right, we will change it.
Okay.
We'll change it.
Photo EMF. I'm gonna grab an EMF just so that way it's in there and we can get the
All right, I'm gonna
objective.
grab the camera. I'm gonna get the photo of the ghost.
Okay, I believe in you.
Why did you say that then?
What, I believe in you. I think it's good to voice our support. Oh, he's going in. Okay. Ow! Doc, do you have any bandages?
Am I talking again? Okay. All right. Here we go.
Thank you for the dono. Beans? Oh, I do have some. You are. I hear you. It's sort of harmonize it.
Yeah. Go. Next time. Next time
Okay.
we got it.
Okay.
I got a feeling.
It's going to start hunting here in a second.
Wait, we don't have any hiding spots.
We have no hiding. Oh. Maybe Raytel? Well, no, it sounds like it's over there. It just did the piano. I'm just sitting over here so that way I can hear the speed when it starts hunting. Do you hear Doc talking? F the shoes. I will, I promise. Just waiting for the hunt to start.
Running away.
It's coming for you, Barbara. You sound quiet. Freaking Tetris over here. Does that sound quiet to you guys? I gave it a smooge. I'm late on my timer. I'm very late on my timer. Why does it have no pants on? You know, I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it. They can do what they want. Chrissy, thank you for the follow.
I was ready to commit to the ghost picture, and then maybe I might have panicked a little bit.
Yeah, no photos were taken. Definitely quiet.
That's basically what I just said.
Oh, all right. Oh, goes fat. Let's do one of those guys with a side of one of these. Maybe one of those. Okay. Oh,
So we're gonna see if it steps in ghost salt,
it just threw that plate
thus
behind
detecting
you.
whether or not it's a wraith. Now, those were normal ghost steps, were they not?
Definitely sounded like normal ghosty steps. Yes.
Okay, so we can eliminate like 4,000 ghosts just by that alone. Okay.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay, roger that. Roger that.
Hey, Pink Strawberry, how are you? Why aren't you in Sim? Okay. Why are you not Michael Jordan? I mean, we could do this all day. I do this. I do this. You know what? You're like the bestest ever.
They call me Mr. McSalty Awesome.
Okay, I think the odds of this being an Anrio have gone down.
Okay, can I take a picture of this crucifix too?
You absolutely can.
Okay, bonus pictures.
Sir, yes, sir.
So do you think there's like a fake ghost hunting crew out there that's just taking pictures of all, like they're deliberately lighting crucifixes on fire themselves and walking through salt and then bringing it back and saying, hey, I want my ghost dollars. Look at all these ghost picture things.
They're sitting there with a crucifix just like this, just lighting it up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's paranormal. Oh.
Then, after that, it burned the crucifix.
Why's your thumb on fire? No reason. Shut up. Been sitting here like this the whole time trying to light it.
And then it stepped in the salt.
He's just over here doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, Doc.
No!
Will a mimic still leave UV on a walk on salt while mimicking a wraith? What? You okay?
I was gonna.
Did you get that photo? I don't see a ghost photo.
I ran out of room on the drive. Yeah, that's what happened. I just ran out of room.
Oh, ran out of room. I understand. I'm gonna give the ghost a ball.
Yeah. I took 84 salt pictures. So, ooh!
Doc, why'd this happen? Doc, you had a smudge, dude. Doc, do you not have a lighter? Did you pull a me? I think he might have pulled a me. Give me this. We're gonna turn this off. I'm gonna sit right. I'm going miling again. We got to bring Doc back. Doc needs a dog. Lavender, thank you for the 5 months. Luigi, welcome in. Neon, thank you for the 2 months, dude. You keep dying in that spot? In this very specific spot? Or are you talking about over there? Phone? No, I'm worried about bringing Doc back. All right. Before I go, F these shoes real quick. All right. Get it. We'll F those shoes. All right. All right. I'm going miling again. Help is on the way, dear. All right. We're more worried about bringing the mans back than we are about trying to figure out all this stuff. But I still think, you know, it killed my teammate. We should leave. Yeah, we're going to leave. F them shoes. That's right.
Welcome back.
Then it's a Myling.
Hey, look, am I?
Yeah,
Hey, did you have a lighter by chance?
I'm sorry, what was that? Your microphone was, it turned off.
Hey, did you have a lighter by chance?
What was that? I'm sorry. The microphone was off. Your mic. Okay, your microphone was off. Your microphone was off.
Wait, hold on. How do I signal this to him without having a microphone? Where are the lighters in the case? Are they in here somewhere? Where are they at? Wait, hold on.
Right here.
It's
You have to cough when you're doing it, though.
Yeah, I was like, I think Doc pulled a me because I keep forgetting my lighter, and I was looking on your body. He was like, I don't see a lighter anywhere.
Well, the great thing about it is that Chad always trolls me about it because I remember my lighter most of the time. And they're like,
I have a
"Hey,
lighter
do you remember
emote for that
and then
reason.
I'm all like, Chad, cut it out. And then
then
the one
you-
time they didn't remind me on it, I forgot. And
Yeah, that happens to me. Do you want to try that again just somewhere else?
Sure.
All right.
How about, do we want to Camp Woodwind this one, or is
I
that...
say we go for it.
All right, we're gonna go.
I like it.
We're gonna go for it. We're going.
Oh,
We're
do you
full
want to
sending?
do you want to keep the grace period where it is, or do you want to adjust it?
I'm fine adjusting it. All right, so we do
I'm
that
cool if you leave it. It's up to
under-
you.
No. I'm fine with that. So that's
Okay.
under Ghost. Or,
Yes. Yeah, that should
okay,
be under
Ghost.
Ghosty. Do I play viewer sometimes? Yeah, I have viewer days.
Medium.
Usually, if we reach
Friendly
my
ghost off.
my monthly goal
Kill time
on the
extends
purple
should I turn
side,
that
then
on?
I will have a viewer day.
So it can murder both of us.
We're going camping. Yeah.
Or is that
No,
what
no,
it is,
no.
time
It's not
and-
going to do that. No, it's going to be it's going to be
Okay.
friend. Lone Wolf, how was
Oh,
stream?
got it. Okay.
Impala.
All right,
Every 3 months.
So grace period. What I see: ghost speed, roaming frequency, activity level, event frequency, friendly ghost. Grace period.
Grace period.
is set to 0. We're now at 10.7.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we missing? Setup time. Door starting open. Oh, that's what. So the sandy monitor's on. Activity monitor's on. We don't really need those.
Okay, so that's back under player
Contract.
Question mark. Contract. I knew that.
Grace period 0 is going to be really
Monitor
interesting
off,
because they can hunt right on
activity
top of
monitor
us.
Off.
Yeah. Did you
Okay,
want?
we're at 10.
So the grace period being 0 means the second it starts hunting, it can immediately kill you. Would you
Oh,
like
I'm
that to
fine
be
with
on?
that. I'm-
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've got in my practice rounds and I'm feeling nimble.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
all the nimbleness. Okay.
All the nimbles.
All right, FlashForce. Was it that loud?
That's what you need. Just
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Flash, what do you think our chances are right now on this map? Tell me in 10 words or more.
5.
I appreciate
He cut himself off. No. you technically cut yourself off for me, so that was good. Hi, Rory. How are you? Confused. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Let's see. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a. No, you know what? I'm putting the
snooch.
camera back. I'm putting the
Okay.
camera back because that's a problem.
Okay.
That's. I'm gonna grab a smudge and a lighter.
Okay. There we
Here
go.
we
Now
go.
we're talking. Okay.
Now we're cooking with.
When you started, how quickly did you
Crisco.
increase the difficulty? Oh, it's hard to remember, man. I've been playing for a few years now. I'm gonna grab. Hey, you sure you don't want this?
Oh, that's a good point because if it suddenly comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, if it hunts right
That
on
would be- that
top,
would be
it's
a
gonna be
shame.
bad news bears. Yeah. I'm actually
Yeah,
gonna
we
double
don't want
smudge.
that. We want the good news bears.
We want the good news bears. That is right.
good news bears.
Okay. Onward. He's out in the open. My favorite map, Willow. By far, Willow is my favorite. Love it. You hear anything yet?
That's a big negative. Big.
It's hunting.
Papa Eagle.
E.
Is it this way or this way?
It's this way. It's this way. Oh, she can go through the logs. Doc, she can go through the logs. All right, I got a smudge on her. All right. Where'd she come from? She came from over here.
Oh my god.
All right. Got the crucifix on me. We need to go get that near her wherever she is. All right, I'm gonna grab this salt and go over there and hopefully live.
Okay, good. I hope you live as well, because if not, this is pretty much over.
Goes fat.
Run!
Where did she start from? Was she here?
I am avoiding the ghost fart.
Oh, I just heard a knock on the wood. Where was that?
Ghost wants some luck.
Is he too loud or is he okay?
Doing great. Where'd you put the salt, just out of curiosity?
I put one there. I put one there.
Literally right there. Oh,
Sorry. No, I just placed it, to be fair. Goo. All right.
That was spicy. It was spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Okay.
I don't know where she is.
So do we need to, at this point, do we need to tote around the crucifix anymore in our hands? It doesn't seem like it's suddenly going to spawn on us.
Well, okay. All right. Oh, red
I
tent.
mean, I'm not suggesting... Ooh.
I'm going to place it there.
Okay.
And I'm going to
I
back
will place
away.
mine right here.
"90 seconds are up. All right. I'm scared for our lives, Doc.
No, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
But I am scared. She just turned on the
Take
burner,
us to your
Doc.
happy place. Take us to the happy place. What's the
The
happy?
happy, is this the happy place?
No, it doesn't seem particularly happy to me right now.
I don't know.
There is a ghost
they
here.
they were cooking food.
Well, all right, reasonably happy.
Could it be a Banshee the way beeline to me? No, not necessarily. She must have seen me. Is this a spirit, bro? No, I don't want this. I want this. Is this a spirit? Why is it not hunting? Why do I like horror games so much? Because I enjoy them? I don't know. Like, take your favorite game, and I could ask you, why do you enjoy it? I enjoy horror games because it keeps you on edge.
One candle down.
All right.
One candle's down.
I'm going to sit right here.
Oh, wait. I'm not sure standing there's a good idea.
I think it's fine.
No,
What's the worst thing that she's going to do?
That. I mean, well, if that's the worst thing, actually, that's not too bad.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, we got another one right over on the red tent.
I say it's a spirit.
Oh, then I'm out. Goodbye.
Yeah, I can explain a little more in a second.
So, if I ask,
Yes, sir.
what makes you think that it's a spirit?
The
If I
reason I think it's a spirit is because I hit it with incense. Oh, look, the crucifix. I hit it with incense. And then I hit my timer for 60 seconds, 90 seconds, and 3 minutes. And it did not hunt until after 3 minutes. Yes, sir.
Got it. That
Sir,
makes
yes,
sense.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna walk to safety, which I probably should have done a minute ago.
Yeah, that's
and-
okay. We don't have a photo or the
Parabolic.
parabolic. I mean,
All right, I will parabolic because photo is the kiss of death.
you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Do you have a smudge? You have a smudge, yes? Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I had to check.
All right. Where's that other crucifix? Hey, Doc. Where's that other Where's the other crucifix?
It's on top of the red tent. Little red tent. All right, we got the whispers.
Roger that. Holy shit. I'm fine.
It's trying to communicate with you.
I communicated back by taking a huge in my pants.
That's like that's a PS that stands for poop stain. PS.
Can you imagine somebody's just, oh, by the way?
It's been torture to be away from you for so long. P.S.
It hath been a fortnight since my return. dearest regards.
Dearest love, thou art like the tulips that grow in the garden. And I just myself.
Consider this as a token of my love for you.
A token. You're right here, folks. New merge opportunity for FlashForce. We got poop tokens. Get them now while they're hot and steamy.
Poop tokens. Oh my god. If somebody could make, do we have any developers
All right,
in
what
either
else do we
chat?
need to do?
Could they
Oh,
make
wait.
some? Could they make a game with poop tokens?
It's a spirit. Okay.
It's a spirit. There's
Spirit
really,
circled
this is the
already,
big
that's a
stuff.
bonus.
Objectives and ghosty, I think, is really what we're looking for here. Oh, I'm crying. I'm in tears. There's definitely a tear, maybe even two.
What was
We're
that?
fine.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry.
I'm crying.
You're crying? Why are you crying? No, I said I was sorry. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I feel
Now I'm
better
crying.
now. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm crying. Now I'm crying.
That's okay.
Crying
All you
a
have to
little
do is.
Look at that.
Adults
Look
with
at
children.
that. That's
Adults with children. Adults with children. That is us. We
Yes.
are adults. We have children.
Yes, adults, children, adults and children. I gotta be honest. I haven't seen $3,681 in like 3 consecutive
Pipsqueak.
streams. So this is something.
Not the dysentery.
This is
What is this? Organ trail?
Okay.
Doing great. Do you want to do a normal hunt? Like go back to normal stuffs?
Nightmares?
Yeah.
Or would you prefer, or should we do 3 evidence stuff so people can see, or do?
I'm down for whatever. That's fine to me.
Okay, let's do nightmares. Nightmares are fun.
Okay.
Nightmares are fun.
Hey, what's up, Ninja? Thank you guys for
Going
the
back.
follows. Hi.
It's a nightmare. Apple. Okay, nightmare has been
hurts.
applied.
It's been Appleade. Okay.
All right. Now, how saucy are you feeling, FlashForce? How saucy?
Saucy enough for a
How
new
saucy.
Bleasdale.
Okay. All right. New Bleasdale. Done and done.
Oh, wait.
I'm ready.
Do you
Oh,
want me to
what-
put my equipment in or are you cool with yours? Oh, wait. That is my equipment. Let me upgrade my equipment.
Okay.
I have a couple of
Can
upgrades
you do
here.
me a favor? Can you describe it as you're upgrading it? Can you do it? Can you do it in danger voice?
Yeah, I can do. I can't do a walkie in here. I could always change over to the van voice for it.
Do it.
As I upgraded the EMF detector, I realized I could only EMF myself. Get EMF'd on, you motherfucking nerd.
Prefer not to get EMF'd on.
Are you sure?
Much.
Are you... All I can think of is the drive-through voice now. Really? You know what this voice is?
What's that?
Hold on, wait, let me get behind you. Hold on.
Oh.
What it feels like to chew 5 gum.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I think I've got a voice for that. Hold on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
What it feels like to chew 5 gum.
That's the
Does that
one
do it for you?
Does
Does that do it for you?
That's got to be the one.
Did that raise the hairs on the back of your neck a little bit?
He
I'd
said,
say
what
they
it
did.
feels like.
What it feels like to chew 5 gum.
More like fruit stripe gum, I think. All right, are you ready, FlashForce?
Yeah.
All right.
He's gonna try to cut me
Here
off
we go.
again.
Hey, Flash, tell me your thoughts on fruit stripe
Love 'em.
gum.
Not today. He keeps trying. It's not going to happen. Conan, I can't with him, dude.
Son of
It's not going to happen.
Mm.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days.
To the moon.
to the moon. All right. Get that guy. Get this guy. Get that guy. Get this guy. All right, let's go.
Here we go. Case 95, Jennifer Hill. Detective Ghost.
Oh, Porky Pig.
Motion sensor. Capture photo of the ghost. And detective paranormal sound with a parabolic microphone.
That was like a mixture of Porky Pig and Jimmy.
That's the best I had. I don't
Okay.
know. I tried to channel my inner porkiness and I couldn't. Ooh, ow, ooh. Not like that sentence. Okay.
Remember that scene from Ace Ventura when Nature Calls, when he's driving in the car and he's bumping around like crazy and it's actually just on like a normal road. Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
My daughter loved that part. We just watched it the other day.
My favorite's when he takes spears.
Don't just stand there. Hand me a spear. Wait, was that this? Oh, yeah, it was. All right.
Heading around the back to see if there's power.
Roger that. The ghost either stalked us already, which is highly unlikely, or it's right there in the front. It could be inside of the tea room, though, to be fair. Oh, why am I doing this one?
There is no power back here.
Have you thought about putting power there?
It'll take a little while. And
That's okay.
I do not have an electrician's degree.
I also don't have an electrician's degree, but I think we can figure it out.
All I know is that you get your tongue on something, and then something sparks.
Something sparks.
The power will be in the attic, and we have a rib cage in the laundry room, and that's a sentence I never thought I would say.
Gonna be honest, Doc, I kind of think it's right there in the foyer. Black to red, red to black. Yeah. Hot, neutral, all that jazz. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll be fine. That's great. That's great. That's lovely. That's delicious. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got bits to play with. Great. Thank you for the follow, Andrewsko. Welcome in. How are you? Chewed 5 gum? I never did chew 5 gum.
Power's on, sir.
Donka. Hey, Shield. How are you? Yeah, it's cold here. It's just not doing anything. Where are you? Are you here?
I'm outside. I'm heading
Where are you? Oh, okay. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Where the hell are you? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. How old is he? How old's Doc? I'd rather not say. I'm Batman. Give. Okay. Will there be an adventurous search for the bone? Oh, there could be. Yeah, frog. Hey, how are you? All right, we got that there. It has not walked in any of the salt, but it is really cold here. Am I just being deceived and it's not here? Oh, you mother. Oh, son of a biscuit. It's here. I guess I don't really, yeah, that's fine. Is this here too? It is. Okay, good. Good look. Is this twins? Is it twinning? Hey! What? Ah! I can't reach him. Got it. Where are you? To be honest, guys, I think this is twins.
All right, Ghost, make a parabolic sound.
Hey, by the way, the ghost is it's inside of the living room. We have spirit box, we have EMF 5. I think it might be twins. Okay. God damn it. I hate it here. What house is this? This is Bleasdale. Bleasdale.
Hey, if you're thinking it's the twins, where's the other room?
I honestly think that it's interacting in the foyer as the other room because I was getting EMF 5 in there while the ghost was walking outside.
Roger that. I'm in the back room by the piano, and I can see my breath.
Correct. I think that the twin spot is right where the foyer is.
So what you're telling me is I'm actually in danger right now where I'm standing.
I don't know if I'd say danger.
What would you say?
Touche. Oh my god. Why do you think it's twins before you got spirit box? The reason I think it's twins is because I'm getting stuff happening here while the ghost is still walking in and out of the back door.
All right, this ghost is giving me nothing. It's not spitting any bars. It's not doing anything impressive. Wait a minute. I didn't know that the motion sensors could do this.
Oh yeah, the floor. Yeah. Since I don't have a doorway over this way, you just do this and we'll know if it's walking in and out.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
David Bowie
technically we could
Yeah.
do this and do that there as well so we know which direction it's going.
That's amazing. It's like, you know, like.
Oh, is that you with the V with the motion sensors?
Yeah. Holy cow, you can do that fast. I'm impressed.
All right, I'm going to go turn the power back on. I can't hear a word he's saying. Hey, Secret, welcome in. Panda, thank you for the 3 months. There's a lot of blurp farts happening, so it's a little hard to hear you. Here we go. Oh, I wonder if Spidey's here. I don't think so. It's hard to say. Amy, thank you for the donation to St. Jude. Thank you, friend. Stop. It's not me, man. I swears to it. Thank you for your service, Ping. How dare you? Okay. Because this is my thing. See, Ghosty is going in and outside right now. Let me turn this light off. Where did that EMFer go? It's right here. This is not open, right? Yikes. Hey, Zodiacs, how are you? It was the ghost all along. You ready for work? Do the ting. Do the ting.
There's no steps in the salts.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
You didn't like that, did you?
Didn't like what?
Didn't light the fire.
Oh. No. I didn't do that. No.
That was the ghost. That might be the first time I've ever had the chance to witness that happening.
It's kind of nice, actually. Like,
it's
sit
really
down,
cozy.
Yeah, a cup of Joe.
And it blew it out.
Oh, okay. Well, wow. What a complete...
What an absolute piece of trash.
Welcome to my home.
Oh, wait.
Never mind. You.
I got you.
Ha! What do you think about that, idiot ghost?
Nerd. Started something
All right,
great.
Ghost Whisperer. I am going to run and grab a smooch before I die.
Okay. Roger that. I would like another interaction here while the ghost is walking in and out of the room. That would be really pleasant. Calfred, thank you for the follow. Hello. Is this a viewer day? No, I'm playing with, I hate you. No. I'm playing with my buddy Doc. No, anytime that it is a viewer day, I always make sure to let you guys know in the title.
I don't feel safe here.
Why?
Oh, I just don't. I don't.
Oh, you should feel less safe now.
Yeah, a little less.
Is this open? Please be open. Doc, in here.
I'm gonna loop it.
My God.
Oh my God, it's a child! This sucks!
Boob man. Thank you for the $9.85 dono to St. Jude. Poor Doc. Oh boy. Where's my lovely Doc? Is he in the potty? Is he taking a poo op? Doc. Oh. Is this like that thing where like the animals bury their head in the sand when they're about to like meet their maker? Or is this just some new like toilet accessory I'm not aware of? I mean, listen, I'm not drying my hands on that. All right, Doc, I'm going to go twins to bring you back. Hi, Lucy. Alexa, play Where's Your Head At? There was hiding right there at the chair too. Listen, if you're not used to hiding up there, you're not going to know about it. Yeah. Where do you prefer we share the clips? I mean, either in chat. If you're looking for somewhere to share it outside of chat, there's literally a clip channel for me, for my stuff inside of Discord. Yeah. All right. Going twins, Doc. Miss you. Thank you, Death Goddess. Flashpoint, welcome in. How are you? Ethan, thank you for the 7 months, dude. Oh, hey, it was a wraith. I never checked the salt. Did it not walk in the salt? I wasn't paying attention.
It was a wraith.
It was. I wasn't paying attention. I just wanted to bring you back to life.
No stompies in the salties. No salty stompies.
No salty stompies.
No stompies.
Turrets!
Okay. Well, this has been difficult. So I suggest.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That we should keep it where it is on Nightmare.
Okay.
But take it down a notch by going with a random map.
Okay.
There we go.
That is taking it down a notch, I suppose.
Taking it down a notch. Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts about taking it down a notch, Flash?
It's good.
Oh wow, it's Bleasdale.
Oh, look at that. That's good.
Ah, wow, that whole random map trying to build intrigue and stream really didn't work out in our favor, did it?
It's just giving us a second chance.
Prepare to be amazed. Yeah.
With the exact same thing you just had.
Variety abounds. Some other time.
My
Okay.
God.
Here we go.
All right, let's do the thing. Sniper, thank you for the follow.
Case 96, Paul Wilson. Detect a ghost presence with a motion sensor. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Ghost. After firelight. You dare.
I dare, and I hazard to say that we're ready.
Are you okay?
But,
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and mark down that you're a little disturbed.
all right.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. Well, hold on. I'm gonna mark down that you mark that down, and
Okay. All right. That's fine.
also-
I'm
wait.
going to mark
Okay.
down that you had the audacity to mark my markdown down. Okay. Mark that down.
okay. All
sounds
right.
good.
Well, now that you're doing that, I'm going to check this box that says, you're a piece. Okay. All right. There it is. Box checked. There. Done. Oh, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. Hey, Tiger. It's okay. It's all right, Tiger. No. It's fine. Hey, listen. Okay, I'm gonna do that crouch like you do with the kids. Okay, now I want you to listen to me for a second, all right?
Okay.
Okay. In life, sometimes things aren't gonna work out. But to use a baseball
it
metaphor,
looks like you're staring at the ceiling.
sometimes in life, things aren't gonna work out the way you want them to. But
Now it just looks like you're trying to take a big old dump outdoors.
Sometimes, son, when you gotta take a dump, you just look straight down at the floor. Clench your colon.
Is this the standard procedure for like when a plane's going down? Like grab your ankles.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that the plane is going down. We've lost engine 1 and engine 2. So if you could go ahead, tuck your head down right between your knees and enjoy the last few seconds of existence. Thank you for flying, Steve's Burgers and Chicken.
And please do make sure to kiss your mother ass goodbye. Over.
All right, I think there's a ghost in there.
you're probably right. I mean, that is why we're here.
Steve. Now we need some like Steve merch. What I just drew, Mad Hatter, I don't have an answer for you. Hey, can you
What was it? I'm sorry.
Can you open this front door for me?
Yeah.
It's really loud. Thanks.
There you go. You got it.
Wait, what was that? Was that this? What did I just hear? Oh, it was this. Oh, I bet I bet there's a chance I could get UV on that. That's what it was. It was the little door. New theme song. Captain, thank you for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. New map? No, this is the revamped Bleasdale. It's been out for a couple months now. I'm gonna sneeze. I say this every time and then I don't have to sneeze after I say it. I'm gonna hold it off. Alpha Raven. I'm fine.
I do believe heat power is in the attic.
Roger that. Oh yeah, he just said the power's in the attic. Ghosty is either, I believe, in the front room. It's either here in the foyer or is in the tea room, I think. I think it's in the tea room.
Exact. Okay. All right. Good.
Here, I'll put this in down here for
great,
tea.
scary music.
And put it on top. There we go. Now everybody's welcome for tea. Why does it keep... I'm gonna probably go get motion sensors. It's definitely colder in here.
Wait a minute, where's the power at?
Did you check out the back door?
I walked in that way. Did I not see it? How do you walk directly past the power and not
Well,
see it?
did you check the I'm saying that, like, the back door, not the side door.
The back door.
This one.
The side door.
This one. Here.
You make me look like an idiot.
Definitely. Did I save Josie? No, but I can. I definitely will. Jay Trovin, what's up, dude? Kit, welcome in. How are you? Bless you. Thank you. Derek, thank you so much for the dono to say. Did it just throw multiple pillows at the same time? What did we just walk into? There were... interesting. That might have been by chance. No, it might have thrown the one and that moved. That might not have been what we thought it did. They sound so soft. Here. Can we get a Pulte pillow fight? Imagine.
It is the tea room.
It is the tea room. Sure, confirm. I don't know if we can get handprints on those or not. I can only assume so. All right, I'm going to go get a smooge and then I shall return. But before I go, I will take Josie, Meow Furion, and Milo.
Roger that. That sounds good. I'm going to take a teacup.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Because I need one.
Oh, all right. Oh, I love the tea room too. Bring it home. Nice little souvenir.
Yeah. Bring it home. See?
I'm going to bring it home, see? All the way back to my own tea room, see? Meh.
See? Twist my mustache. Twist my mustache. See?
All right. Spirit box, this, smooge, lighter, go.
Okay. I will bring you.
He found a replacement cup. Oh, the drive-through. Oh, the toy. You know what glasses I have? I don't think I ever said this. Hold on. I have very special glasses. Like drinking glasses. Where are you? Are you here?
I am right next to you.
Where are you?
I am right here.
Are you close?
Are you near?
Are you far?
I'm right here.
Oh my God. How many elbows do you have?
I can smell you.
Oh my God, that was in my
Last time I
soul.
checked, Peter. Just the two. And they both have freckles.
Nailed it.
I don't know.
Nailed it. Here, you ask questions. You ask, I'll wait.
All right. What'd you have for lunch? Do you enjoy martial arts with wooden sticks? What'd you do with Bob's hammer? Have you ever fought a baby seal? G-H-E.
It just goes, maybe.
What happened with Robard's C++ coding? Why does Jerry have the mumps?
Not working?
Do you green?
Did you ask if it greened?
Yeah, it's not answering to anything else, so I just figured I'd make words.
Is that the new thing
that
whenever
are
it
verbs.
dots? Oh, it greened.
Yeah. Ooh, look at the green.
Oh, look at the green. What I walk fun play? I got nothing. I got nothing. Have you checked temps? I checked earlier. I was waiting for the room to cool down. Deb, thank you for the 1 year. Oh, dude, my daughter loves watching Golden Girls. It's freezing, by the way.
Oh, that's nice. Do you flex in the mirror?
Well, yeah. Gosh dang, I'm gonna get the power. You're doing great. With this custom, this isn't a custom. This is on Nightmare. Yeah, this one's not a custom. Don't we all? I mean, that's what I thought.
All right, I'm gonna grab some salt.
Okay, I'm gonna wait here patiently, eagerly.
Okay, you're
patiently eager to.
You're peager. You're peager.
I'm eager to get greened on. Yeah.
Yeah, peager.
Peager.
Peager, get greened on.
Get greened on, nerd. All right. Wait a minute. Okay, it can't be a Goryo. If we're gonna get dots, I can see those in person. Are we sure we have no orbs? All right, I'd say no to the orbs. Wait a minute. What was that? Oh, it's there.
Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man. And I'm on push to talk again.
I mean, I heard all about the Muffin Man.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
salt. Strategic salt placement. Do I want to place it around the couches? Or do I want to place it in the middle? Do I want to place it by the doors? What's
doorways are definitely not a bad idea.
Okay. I like definitely not bad ideas.
Templar, hello. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the 19 months, Fran. Hi. Yep, exactly. I just threw something. What did I throw?
It sounded like a fork.
Star 51, star 51. Oh, jeez.
Oh, dudes, get greened on.
I got greened on. Why did it take so long? Get greened on. All right, so the dots finally showed up.
Or an Oni.
Well, it hasn't done any Urei things that I could tell. It also hasn't been eventing.
So it's trying to trick us. It's engaging in trickery.
It is trickery.
Frickery.
Frickery. Do I think I'll be playing Forewarned again? I would love to get some friends together and play Forewarned again. That's a good one.
Okay, wait. Do I have a smudge? I do. All right.
You do. You does.
I do. I do.
Oh, there he goes. Look, now he's just showing off.
I want to see if it'll run right, if it'll slime me. Okay,
all right.
Run right through me. Run right through me. Oh, motherfucker!
You got it. No, don't come to me. You're supposed to slime him, not me. I'd say that's a Urei, right? Do Urei test. I'm sorry, what exactly would that be?
Open the door! Flash, open the door! Open the door! Open.
Question about the phantom. You take a picture in dots, does it vanish? Yes. Yes, it does. I swear. I swears. That is a small
fine,
area.
fine.
You can't be doing.
my
You
God.
can't be doing that in there.
Listen,
You can't
what's
do
it
it out
called? Is it
here
hotboxing?
either.
Is that
I
the
heard
term?
you. You're saying this is a Urei that just hasn't done its ability at all? It didn't look like an Oni. Ghost, are you just like broken and you can't use your ability on these doors?
Hey, why don't you go ahead and use your ability
Go
on
ahead and
the
use your
doors?
ability on the door. Huh?
Yeah,
show
use some
us
these
something,
doors.
eh?
Why can't you do things with the doors? Were you afraid to do things with the doors?
Fine. All right, I'm gonna get another smudge because I don't.
Yeah,
want
that's a good idea. Maybe it broke its arm. Yeah, well, it had no problem going for hugs on us. Would it slam one or both? I would assume just one, not both of the doors. Yeah. Go on.
Was it the same form as it was when it
It's well, we have dots and freezing, so it's either Yuri or Oni. It's going to stay the same form no matter
so it
what.
can't be it can't be a shape changer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
We're going to go back in there and find a shut door. Just a little hug. Yeah, that's what they all say. Hi, Crystal. Yes, it is. Go in there. Put one there. Okay. Still no shut door. Halogen, I swear to God. I'm almost convinced that it's not doing the ting.
But if it's not doing the ting, what do you think it is then?
I don't know. It's why does it bother me? Had 8 Revies in
Perhaps
10
it needs
games. Oh,
provocation.
Revies are great.
Okay, I got it.
Maybe it wants these pet plates scattered throughout the room.
Maybe. Oh, was this your finest china? Wow. Okay, all right, that worked.
yeah, you touched it. Way to go. And now it's angry.
Yeah, guess what? This is what I think of all your stuff. Huh? What are you gonna do now?
Why can't I pick those up? This is
Flaps?
stupid.
You got nothing.
Butt flaps.
Do something. No one's impressed by your lack of close.
Why is that plate so much bigger than the others?
See, I'm achieving 2 purposes here. I'm making a mess, and I'm also creating a Pulte pile for a Pulte that does not exist.
I like the style. Look, some of these like. Okay, there we go. It was behind a plate I couldn't.
So
pick up.
this really is like the ultimate Pulte pile.
Oh yeah, if you get a Pulte in here, which I have not had happen yet, you could make some crazy stuff happen. I can't pick up this cake, and that makes me sad.
Oh, get Reddit on!
We're getting all the colors. Oh my god. Still has yet to use its ability.
Little mess. What was that? I'm sorry, I missed it.
No, you're fine. No, just this idiot won't use its ability. Save Josie? I already did. She's in the truck.
Maybe more provocation is necessary.
Okay. No ghost ball?
All right.
I mean, maybe it's not a Ure. Maybe I just wasn't watching it enough and it's an Oni. I'll watch it again. Maybe. I don't know.
Have you been balled upon yet?
I have not.
That sounds dirty, but it wasn't intentional.
Nope. No ghost balls for me.
Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Maybe I can do a Mary Poppins down the stairs and that'll help. Helps the medicine go down.
Oh my god.
This ghost freaking hates Mary Poppins, bro.
Dude, what an absolute.
It hates you too.
Dude, that's not an Oni. This is a Ure. Look at this. Oh god, I can't see. I'm dead. I accidentally turned it on. I accidentally turned my light on. That was a mistake. I went to hit another. I held the T down. It's not an Oni. No, this is a Ure. That was my bad. I couldn't see the door. You think Doc will make it? Did he shut that door? I got ghost balled. Yep. I'm deed indeed. Yeah, I'm fine.
You okay?
Oh.
Oh, you're not okay. I can see your foot. I mean, unless you're just taking a little rest.
Taking a nap. I put some flowers on my body.
Oh my, what a floral crotch you have created. Well done indeed. We need the fart sound now.
Where'd he go? Did he leave? Oh, there he goes. Oh, Doc's. I wish that everybody had the same.
He just thinks he's the best, you know? Like his farts smell like roses or something.
Oh man, listen. I got Josie. We're okay. Oh my god.
Welcome back. There's some jobs.
I accidentally turned on my light.
Yeah, well. Hey.
Yeah.
You know what they say, Tiger? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Sometimes.
Oh wait. Go ahead.
Sometimes when things are going tough, okay, you just gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps, as the
Okay.
expression goes.
Uh-huh.
Can't lie, I'm not even really sure what bootstraps are. But you pick yourself right up by them. And then you give it another try. Okay? Can you do that for me? Can you?
All right. You mean is it like this?
You've changed. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that you changed your model really did freak me out pretty impressively. Like I was not ready for that.
Wait, are my feet moving when I'm doing this?
No, they're not. No,
Okay,
they're not. You're just kind of
okay.
coasting around. Yeah.
Okay. I was curious if I would do that going up the stairs. That's why.
Wait, how are you doing that?
If you so when you change your player model in the lobby,
Okay.
it breaks it for some reason. You can no longer can move your feet
All right.
as long as you weren't the normal
okay.
player model you had.
All right, I changed my player model.
So now when you walk around,
Right.
for me, your feet are not moving. So if you crouch down and look straight down,
Okay.
you crouch down.
Crouch looking straight down.
Are you crouched right now?
Yeah. Totally.
for me, you're not.
What?
So
I am
stand.
crouched.
Okay, so stand.
Okay.
So, uncrouched. Look at me.
All right.
Crouch.
Well, I'm looking at you. Crouch.
Yeah. Okay. It's not making you crouch.
Am I just I'm just the worst croucher ever.
I guess.
Like I don't have the ability to crouch. I have bursitis.
I just assume you're on one of those little like hoverboards and you're just cruising.
Oh, hey, there's nothing wrong with cruising.
I got that flower placement on Doc stream. Yes, please. Oh yeah, in the Discord, or you can DM it to me, Peggy. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Well, we can do another random for funsies.
Randoms are funsies. And if it's Bleasdale again, I'm gonna do 12 push-ups
Parental advice?
in a row.
I don't know what that means.
Flash, hey
No,
Flash.
no
do
candy after
you work
midnight.
out often?
Yeah.
Well, you're not readied up anyway, so I can't even do the thing anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Hey Flash, do you work out often?
Oh boy, do I sure work out often. Why'd you take so long? Put mine in Discord. Okay. Okay. Gosh
Fantastic.
dang it.
All right. We got James.
Listen, I think after this we might have to not do random so we don't get Bleasdale again.
Roger that. Wait, what?
We're on
Oh
Bleasdale
my God,
again.
I didn't even notice.
Do we just use the cursed possession, guess the ghost on the first one, and then go somewhere else?
Yes.
I like it. All right.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
All right,
bring
James.
protection. James.
Case 97, James. Get an average sanitar below 25%. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix, and have a member of your team escape the ghost during a hunt.
Easy. Easy.
Breezy?
Cover girl.
Nailed it. Okay.
All right.
Actually,
Smudge. Yeah.
yeah, smudge, because we're gonna make this thing hunt.
We're expedited ghost hunting.
Expedited. Dylan, I'm good. How are you?
I have expedited.
Expedited. Our generation may not be the best as for. Well, I mean, listen, I think we are. I think so. When I wake up in the morning. God damn it.
Hey, Flash, I gotta go do 12 push-ups real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, have fun.
All right, yeah.
Stay safe. It's not that. Power's not here. I gotta find the cursed possession first. So that's our goal. Find the cursed possession. Because we're just gonna make it hunt and get out of here. We're so sick of Bleasdale at this point. Wasn't he? Got it. I was there that time. Adder! Thank you for the 10 months. You love new. I like the new Bleasdale too. I got tired of it quickly. Thank you. Yeah, I just got tired of it fast. Zagorio, roger that. When I wake up in the morning and I step out. Oh, is it in here? HR Chuck and stuff? Frank? No Frank. I think it's in here.
Push-ups complete. I think I'm gonna die.
Are you gonna make it? Oh, never mind. I think it's in here. Not the mirror. It's not that. Hey, can you check and see if it's the Ouija board by the couch?
Roger that. Not on the couch. I'm looking for the Ouija board. No Ouija board here.
Okay. No spooter. Okay. Any spooters? Spooters? No spooters. Well.
Well, what?
We have the CADs.
On my way.
I'm coming down to you.
Okay, what's the best cards room for us?
Well, I think the ghostie's up here, possibly in the. I think the ghostie might be in the office. So maybe downstairs by the front door might actually be the best spot.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do we have this closet hiding here?
That's a fantastic question. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say no, judging by the fact that.
Rats. We do not.
Wait, do
I say we just go for it.
Just gonna send it?
I kind of think we should just send it. Ads. Yeah, I can't, like when I'm playing with others, I can't stop.
In laundry.
We do or we do not.
We do.
Yay. All right, let's do some stuff. When it comes to the ads, when I'm playing with others, I don't like to stop them for like 3 minutes and say, just stand there. So unfortunately we do let them run on these days. All right, I'm going to pull and then you're going to pull. Okay. And then I'm going to pull and then you're going to pull.
All right.
First, I'm going to pull.
Can't wait.
Okay. I got Wheel of Fortune green. That's not what we want. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh.
Nailed
crap.
it.
All
You're
right,
great.
wait, hold
You're doing
on.
great. You're doing great.
All right. Yeah. Ready? Okay. Here we go. Wheel of Fortune. Yellow.
Yellow. What?
Yellow. Gold. White. I don't know. Some lighter color.
It was not green or red?
No, it was not green or red. It was yellow. It was green? All right. Chance telling me it was green.
Okay. Well, Doc's colorblind. Moving on.
Hey,
So don't get greened on, get yellowed on? Oh, God.
all right. Here we go. Ready?
Hyper!
Fortune. Gray.
Wheel of Fortune, turquoise. I don't know. Is he colorblind? No, I think it would burn. It might have burned. It was weird for him. I don't know.
Smell instead.
Hyper, thank you for the subs, dude.
Death. Crap!
In that order or what?
Oh, it's purple. Oh! HJ, I'm doing all right. I'm alive, at least for the moment. I can't tell the difference between Flash's footsteps and the ghosts. I knew it was you the whole time.
It's a yokai. It's going to stop before it gets back down here. You saw its breath? Well, that doesn't mean anything. You wouldn't have seen the ghost breath. The power's on. Even if it was a Hantu, power's on. You wouldn't have seen it. How far away was that? Let me see. That may have been too far. Okay. We have more cards to pull.
Okay. Okay, more cards.
Okay. I'm going to get the power on upstairs too.
You have the cards in your hand right now. Okay, you do.
All right, you pulled a death card.
I did.
Goes fat.
You pulled the lights go out. Darn.
I pulled the lights go out. That damn card. Hey, Des, how are you?
Okay, here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
The moon! Just kidding.
Oh, it was a fool.
Yeah.
The moon full. What the? That's the third moon full card from this deck. That's great. Uh-oh.
Get mooned on, fool!
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Doc.
Uh-oh.
I can't put the cards down. Okay, that was weird. Okay, we're fine. There you go.
That was a relatively uneventful deck of cards.
Well, there's still another one on the ground.
Oh, wait, what?
Do you not see it?
No. What do you mean there's another card on the ground? I see no card on the ground.
Another
What?
moon full. Okay, that was the fourth moon full. Okay.
Holy magic. I didn't see any of that.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, I guess, you know what the ghost is, or?
I think it's upstairs in the office. Do we want to just guess this one to go to a different map, or?
You mean to loop it, or?
I mean, do you want to loop it? I don't know if we can make it a hunt. Our sanity's still pretty high.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we would just be wasting time. All right, I'm just gonna give a parting message to the ghost, and then we can go.
Okay.
Hey! You! We can go now.
Doc's losing it. Yellow Wheel of Fortune. Can't see the cards. He's cursed. He's cursed, I tell you.
Hey, we
All
got an
right.
optional objective, though.
Heyo.
Heyo.
I have no idea what this is.
I'm selecting. I'm gonna call it a shade.
I'm going to go with yokai.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go with banshee.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Raiju, Yurei, Mimic, Jin. You hate Gorios? Me too. Aren't they stinky? You were right. It's a Raiju for no reason whatsoever. Yikes. Yikes. It's totes a Raiju. It is a Raiju. All right. We need to select a map. I meant Raiju, actually.
What map would you like to select?
Small map or large map?
I'm sorry. What was that? I'm sorry. I like had a moment.
Small map or large map?
We could do a larger map. We haven't really done a larger map yet.
We
right?
have not.
You want to do? Okay. Oh, okay. That's pretty large.
Thank you. I work out.
Okay. I don't know where the power really is on Sunny Meadows because I try to
I can show you.
avoid it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. You got anything you want
me
to
to
say?
say something?
Yeah. Got something to say?
He's trying so damn hard. God, just resilient. He just doesn't stop.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, Sunny Meadows is the way. Yeah, Phoenix, hello.
Oh, we got the parabolics already on reserve. Okay. Oh, I am on push to talk. Okay.
You're good. Hey, tips for finding the ghost on this map. Parabolic. Parabolic is extraordinarily helpful. Being able, especially if you're playing solo. Because solo can be really tough on a larger map, right? So what I'll typically do is I'll take my time going up and down the hallways. The cursed objects, Frank.
Roger that.
I'm gonna give him a heads up. Hey, so I'm gonna have the parabolic on, which means I'm not gonna be able to hear you from time to time, okay?
Okay, I will use
what you could do, if you give me one of these, I'll know you're trying to get my attention.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Awesome sauce.
I will.
There we go. Because I can hear that. This map's good. It's... Sir, yes, sir.
What'd you have for lunch today?
I made a I made sort of like a Cobb salad.
Oh, that sounds kind of awesome, but we should really get back to ghost hunting, don't you think? All right. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Are there normally floating books in the basement?
Oh, I can hear you with the parabolic on. Yeah, that's some bug that's been around forever because there's usually hiding in that area. If there is floating books, then we are now in Hogwarts. Oh, Leviosa. Oh, stop it, Ron. Stop. Phoenix, thank you for the raid. What up, dude? How's it going? Hey, how are you? You flippin' healthy. Listen, man, I'm trying to be careful.
Can I hide behind these books then, or no?
I would assume no when there's no bookshelf there. Hey, Corrupt, how are you?
I'm gonna loop it around the book.
I trust you. I've heard nothing. This is also a tier 2, so I'm not gonna be able to hear through the floor. Stop it, Ron. Stop.
Oh, by the way, I forgot why I went down here originally. There's no power in the basement.
Okay, roger that. Did you just say a bug that's been around? There are no bugs. Yeah. Didn't you hear the wheelchair with the paramic on one time? You mean like just ever? Or you mean right now? Trying to help Phoenix get his APOC 3. Oh, had some good attempts, dude. That's one hell of a challenge to try. Recovering after APOC 3 rage, dude. Understandable. That is a really tough thing to get. But keep at it, dude. Keep at it. You'll get it. This is what he was talking about, by the way. Here's the floating books. So the hiding is not here, but they just chose to never fix this. This has been around since Sunny Meadows has been added to the game. Leviosa. Stop it, Ron. Stop. All right, I've heard nothing.
Say again.
I don't hear anything. No bugs, just features. Oh no, is there a ghost?
what you did. And you're a very naughty boy.
Oh no. What did you see? I really wanted to come around this.
Time you had that bowl of Jello.
Go on.
I would prefer not to. Thank you very much.
I can't because of TOS.
I'll take us both down. Let me guess, you probably found the power like 10 minutes ago, right? Where was it? Just out of curiosity.
I actually haven't looked yet. Wait, hold on, wait. Have you checked the spot next to the female wing?
Yeah, if you tell me where the female wing is, I'd totally do that.
When we first walk in the building and you make a right, that hallway directly in front of you. It's hunting.
Okay, I gotta get back to the front of the building. I'll check in.
Hey, it's hunting.
I hate you. And it's hunting.
I didn't even see you walk in.
And it's hunting. Because I walked in and you're just standing there, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's about to happen? And then I hear.
I ruined it. I blew it. It's just over.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, listen, they can't all be zingers.
I know.
They can't all be zingers.
Okay. There was a clip that I found of somebody years, like, I don't know when it was. It was years ago. They were playing VR. And there was a bug at one point where the ghost would event as the player model.
Really?
Yes, like a doppelganger kind of thing. I have the clip saved somewhere. Why
So,
that's
wait a
not a
minute,
thing
now-
is beyond me.
I need you to be honest with me. Are you just doing this right now to make the next time you're hiding in a room and going,
No,
"Grrr," like that much
no.
worse? Is that what you're doing?
No, I swear to you, I will send you the clip.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I believe you.
Okay.
I trust you.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I believe
Nico!
you. Okay.
Okay. I have no idea where it is. We know that it hunted. I swear, like, I'm not kidding
All right.
with him. I swear to God.
So right now, the thermometer's kind of useless.
I mean, it's not useless. We just have to find out where it is. Doppelganger would be so freaking cool. Dead silent.
Okay,
Zep.
I will go to the basement.
Okay. Nico, thank you for the $100 dono to St. Jude. Thank you so much. Where do we think this thing is? Maybe I go out here. Do one of these. Think it's all the way in the morgue? Could be. Watch it start hunting right on top of me. Oh, it's hunting. Are you okay?
The door just closed behind me and I locked.
Do you hear anything?
No.
Where the... There it is.
Still doing okay.
It's down the male wing. Mail wing, mail wing.
Mailwing is what brings us together.
Today.
Mailwing, that blessed arrangement. The dream within a dream.
Man and wife. Man and wife. Halogen, thank you so much for the donation. Definitely not a banshee. Doesn't feel like it's stalking us. I don't know where it is down here, but it's down here somewhere. I do have hiding here, which is lovely. I could get a line of sight and then go tuck back there and hopefully live. So the male wing, when you first walk in the building and you make a left, that hallway directly in front.
Mailwing on the left. Got it. Noted.
Male wing on the left.
To the mailwing.
Are you downstairs? Unless that's the room. Yeah, that'd be really unfortunate. But I don't think it is, though, because it seemed like it was pretty far away.
Found the ghost.
You found it down there?
Roger that. I have EMF 2 in a room that has 2 beds, and I can see my breath.
That's awesome.
We also have freezing temperatures.
Oh, that's even better. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. What was that? I don't know what they did to either the ghost or the player, but that's the second time I've got through the stairs. Oh, just hanging. Well, what a crappy demon.
You know, I was wondering how you ended up dying right after me, and it never occurred to me that it could be a demon.
Well, that wasn't the reason why. It got me through the stairs, which is cute.
Ah, it's a little tricksy.
Never use its
maneuver.
ability. Yeah. Got there 3 times too. Yeah.
turd.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. What a turd.
Turd. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chad's saying that was just a warm round anyway.
Oh, okay. Good. That was a warm up. We haven't even
2
started
hours
yet.
into stream. It's just a warm up. Yeah. It's just,
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
yeah. Professionals.
God damn it.
So what do you?
Listen, we're doing our best.
Do you want to point hope, or do we? Or
You know
do we
what?
Not hope?
I don't point hope very often. I would be okay with a point hope.
All right. Well, let's go
Yeah.
point hope, and let's get our lighthouse on,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Yeah.
No, I'm not sure I
Yeah.
do.
All right. Okay. Perfect. How do you?
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, Rick,
I'm just
thank
gonna
you so
start
much,
cutting
dude.
myself off now.
I like it.
I'm guaranteed success that way.
Self-inflicted wounds. I like it.
Haha, yeah.
Gotcha.
Ooh, what do you think
Oh.
about that? Me? Think about that? All
Point
right.
hope's irritating. It definitely can be.
Case 98, Billy
Check
Johnson.
Twitch DMs.
Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Detect paranormal sound with a parabolics microphone and prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix.
Top floor, here we come. Don't you dare.
Easy.
Breezy.
Cover girl.
Let's see. Hold on, please. All right. I'm not exactly sure why I had to do that through Twitch DMs, but thank you, Mr. Song. Feeling spicy with Point Hope? Yeah. What's he doing? Are you doing an inspection?
Doing an impression.
Oh. Are you the lighthouse?
I am!
Look at that. We would be so good at charades. Oh, Doc, someone locked my shower.
Who would do such a thing? How are we supposed to get zestfully clean?
Almost never answer the Discord. Well, listen, you think I'm hard with Discord. Dude, Twitch, I barely ever look at. All right, nothing there. Don't forget to rescue Bruce. Roger that. No cards. No hiding. Keep on trucking. No power. We do have hiding in the kitchen where we have sausages. Same brain cell moment. Yep. The best.
The cursed object is a circle star on the 5th or 4th floor bathroom. Like somewhere between the 5th and the 4th floor. It's platform 9 3/4. It's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Roger that. I should do the Easter egg. I could. You know, I should do the Easter egg. That's actually a really good point. I should do that and not say anything. Green, blue, red. Blue. This is the red one, right?
Confession. I'm having trouble finding the power.
It's definitely not up on the highest floors, that's for sure. Unless we never looked behind the door on the first floor and we're goobers.
Well, that's obviously not going to be the case because we are definitely not goobers.
Okay, I'm just saying. So we're doing the Easter egg without telling Doc. Be yapping. Thank you for the 17 months. Jesus Christ. Found it.
All right, I'm gonna head all the way back down to the first floor and look for power.
Okay.
Good luck, soldier.
There I go. He's gonna be a little suspicious. I gotta hurry down. I gotta hurry downstairs. I gotta hurry downstairs. He's gonna know.
Found it.
Was it where I thought it was?
Yeah, it was right behind. It was cleverly hidden behind a door. So.
Ah, yes. Nobody's gonna know. Just tell him to ring the bell for luck, but he's gonna know.
That wasn't implicit in the things that I said earlier.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Just want to be clear.
How clear?
By the way, on the green couch downstairs, is the pillow normally on the floor?
I think it is.
Like a mess?
I think it is. I think. I'm pretty sure that it is. A little disheveled.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is 15.6 degrees down here, so it makes sense that
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know. Like,
Okay, that's fair.
Fishy.
Okay.
Fishy
Little fishy.
Fish pillow. Yeah.
I love a fish pillow. All right, he still doesn't know. I can make it stop like this. Hold on, because you see it going off. Look, 1, 2, 3. So we go 1, 2, 3. Fire over there. So now I go get a UV. Now I go get a UV because now it's still very normal. We get a UV. We get a smudge. We get this. Okay. He still has no idea that we're doing the Easter egg because there's nothing to give it away right now. Do the Easter egg, not how to activate it. Yeah, this is how you do it. It's not a hard process. It doesn't take very long. It was just learning what to do was the tough part. We did that live. Like, we figured out how to do it live. Doing a typical bell ring. Nothing to see here. The gas went off upstairs near you. That was interaction unless you did it. No, that was not me. Okay, not hunting.
Oh, by the way, if you want to hide, the rusty green lockers that are covered in tetanus are wide open.
Ah, roger that. Have you had yours shot recently?
I ate a lot of vitamin B12. Oh, temperatures are 2.7 degrees.
Ah, Ghosty's here.
You did it again! Oh, every time!
Hi.
You're like a miling for crying out loud.
Ah, you know, life happens.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go walk 14 years to get some more ghost hunting.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
What if we could see, if it like touched this, if I could see handprints? Okay, you notice? We're about to find out. It does show the handprints? Okay. But that's if it's a UV ghost. So, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. I still have my smudge. Yeah? Okay. He said, did he say freezing? No. I think he did go to the truck, but I don't know if he's even going to notice. How much you want to bet he doesn't realize it? Okay. You can see handprints with the UV lighthouse. Ooh, see, I haven't had the opportunity to do this with the ghosty up top there, like that. Can you see them at the truck? Can I see him at the truck? Yeah, I probably should be able to. Unfortunately, we're so far away from each other that we can't communicate. But yeah, look, there he is. You look great, by the way.
Hey, thanks. How can you see me? Are you up at the very top? Oh, hey! FlashForce, flash twice. If you're in Milwaukee.
I'm sorry, it just evented on me.
Roger that. Godspeed.
Hey, you know what? Out of fear, we're going to do this. We're going to do that just in case. I mean, I don't even know if we're within the hunting range, but that at least buys me time to get away from it. No, you can't throw things off. There's like a wall. That was literally one of the first things that I tried, was trying to throw something off of the banister, and it didn't let me do it. Yeah. Very sad. Very sad. Okay, still cold, no freezing. All right, let's go. He still hasn't noticed. I really don't think he has. Told your other half you should try it. You should. Hey.
Oh, hey, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, hey. Hey, how are you?
Nobody said a word. Big purple light coming off the top of the lighthouse. They have no idea. Completely oblivious. Now, it does not change anything about the ghost itself. It doesn't change the way the ghosty hunts. Can you even see it? I mean, I guess we'll go downstairs and see if we can see it first. Roger Dodger. We'll see if we can find it ourselves. Tell him to go to the top. I was hoping he would just notice. Yeah, I mean, like, come on. I mean, maybe if you're looking like this, you can't tell. But if you do this, you can literally see the floating bodies. Everything looking okay up there?
Well, I just passed the wine room on my way down,
Oh, I think he might have just noticed.
You know what? You know
Yeah,
what? Hey,
yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know, we got to try
What's that?
tossing something from the top and having someone at the bottom catch it.
I've tried.
And
You can't throw things off the banister
what? Why?
because they're mean and cruel and they don't like fun.
Well, you got some sway with them. Like, why don't you say to them, "Hey, listen, we got to be able to chuck things."
Hey, over here.
Hey,
Gen X,
listen,
thank you, dude.
Listen,
What's
we
up,
want
Bess?
to throw little sharks to go run, run, off the top. We want to return them to their
One more
natural
time.
environment.
One more time. What's the shark say?
Run, run.
Why does it sound like Mars Attacks?
Well, all right, Flash. Then I throw down the gauntlet of challenge. I want to hear your shark sound.
Hold on, I gotta download a shark sound. Give me a second.
God. Okay.
I kind of like yours better. I like yours better.
That was good.
You couldn't the beta? That makes my heart sad, Mike. That makes my heart sad. Hello, friend. How are you? That's depressing. It was literally one of the first things I did when I got to the top of the lighthouse the first time. I went to go throw something down. I also went to yell at my friends and they couldn't hear me. That also made me sad. How's the day? The day is good. How is yours? Oh, can you turn the power back on when you come in? Thanks.
Will do. Just call me Power Boy.
Does Power Boy have like a slogan or anything?
Sure do. And the slogan is, obviously, as everyone knows,
Anything?
if you're in the dark and there are no lights, call.
Is that Dio? Is that Dio? Or am I about to get got? Hold on. I'm bringing it to him. I'm bringing it to him. I'm bringing it to him. Come on. Come on. Faster. Faster. Come on. Where's Doc? Where's Doc? Where is he?
I think it's hunting you! It is hunting you! The ghost is hunting you!
Damn it. I was hoping he was in here. We knew where the power was.
Hey!
Hey.
I'm gonna get the power now.
Oh, okay. Mother. Do we just not tell him? Do we just not tell him and let him panic? I think we don't tell him. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna get a smudge. I don't need that. We just, do I even need this? Nope. Don't need that. Camera. Okay. Sounds good. Tell him it's a Revy. No, I want to see. I need to hurry. I need to hurry. I need to hurry. Mika, hello. How are you? Because he's going to run immediately. And I don't know if he's going to know it's a Dio or not. And it's going to be wonderful. Potato, hello. How are you? Potato sniffer. Tater Chip would love you. So cruel. Oh, come on. It's for good. It's good. It's good fun. I'm not going to even tell him about the Easter egg until the end. Like, if he goes to hide, I'm going to hide with him, and then I'm going to smudge. How's it going? What happened?
It's a deal. 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 It's a deal.
It's a deal. It's a deal. It's a deal.
It's a deal. It's a deal. It's a deal.
So, okay. So, listen. So what if I told you that I knew it was a Dio? I just wanted to see if you'd panic.
Well, I did panic, and I also found out it was a Dio.
Oh, okay. You guys should play pool. See if it'll make a shot. Oh.
Ha
Ha ha! My little Dio.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Dio did it. Not do it. Okay, so we Dio.
We did get the Dio. I even got the ghosty little photo.
Nice. Okay, so what else do we need to do? Just chalk this up as a win and say we did it.
We did it.
Did it.
Listen, I'm cool with whatever. I'm okay with even chalking that up as a win.
Okay, we can chalk it up as a win.
Okay. There should be an achievement. Like, little achievements like that would be actually really fun.
Paint it down.
Okay. Little achievements like that would be so fun to add to the game. Can you imagine an achievement by getting the ghost to make one of the pool balls into the pocket?
That would be amazing.
Right? Like that's the stuff I want. Not get to level 1 or earn $5. Like, wow. I achieved that.
What would the achievement be called?
It'd be called Dio. Dio.
All right, we're trapped.
No, we're fine. It took so long to get here. That's why that lasted only for that long.
Okay.
It did its best.
I was gonna get hung up on a Barca lounger.
Trying to get the demon achievement. Yeah, complete RNG. There's nothing you can do, really.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's a freaking Dio.
Oh my god, it's a picture of a ghost. Okay. I got Dio marked. Les incompétents.
The bouton.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Look up. Okay, that's not what I meant. Look at the top of the lighthouse.
Oh, look at that. You did the thing with the little ghosty guys.
I did it when we first entered the map and you hadn't noticed that I did it at all.
I never made it all to the tippy top.
Oh.
In fairness to me.
Okay,
I never
that's
made
fair.
it up to the tippy top.
That's fair.
All right.
In his defense, a Dio with a dock. That's right. I got the demon achievement by accident. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs.
I spent one stream just going into the map over and over and over again. Yeah.
Who would have
He looked right up at it when did he really? Who would have thunk it?
Oh, I'm looking.
Oh, Point Hope. What a map.
Not for nothing. It seems like Point Hope was one of our more successful runs today.
Technically speaking, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Took a few hours.
Yeah. All right, FlashForce. I think I got uno mas because
Uno
my
mas.
wife is going to be home shortly.
So?
And did you just so that my wife was coming home shortly?
And?
Listen, I know when your wife was watching me on the big screen, I said some some fuck. Oh, pardon me. Dang it! I missed my bleep. Some up.
It's funny you're missing the bleep. He's just like, ah, shit.
See, and the thing about it is, I almost went into like 9 more cuss words.
So it's probably a good
after
catch
that.
right at the beginning. It's a good catch.
Yeah. Oh man. Don't clip. Oh man.
Don't do that.
And there it is. There it is.
He was saying fudge sickles. Yeah, nerds.
Yeah. If you clip it, I'm deleting the VOD. Okay.
Oh man.
So what do we want to do?
We want to go to Maple.
We want to go to Maple. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Okay.
Right before nothing happened. Okay.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, nothing. All right, here we go. Start.
Okay. They should make a map where it's a hospital. I mean, you have a mental hospital.
I'm in so much trouble.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna get my mouth washed out with
No,
soap.
you're not. Dad's gonna kill him. Dad's gonna kill Ralphie.
No, I promise you, Daddy's not going to kill Ralphie. All right, here we go, Jazz Kemper. All right.
Do you like jazz?
Case 100, Jazz Kemper. Get a ghost to blow out a firelight, detect a paranormal sound with a parabolics microphone, get an average sonatar.
Pizza, thank you for the dono to St. Jude, friend. When there's chaos happening, I miss so much stuff. I miss so much. Thank you so much.
That sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you like jazz?
Yeah, I love jazz.
Okay.
Especially when it's that Kemper variety.
Ah, the old Kemper jazz. All right, so I'm able to hear him with my parabolic on. Okay. Start checking some temperatures. It might be this way. Instant whispers. Bone. Is that the... No, I thought I saw the power. I did not. Interesting. What's your least favorite evidence to see? Least favorite to see? Probably freezing. Pretty underwhelming. So
How we doing? We found a ghost in here? Or?
I don't know. I heard a whisper this direction. I just don't know if it was closer or further away from me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting any low temperatures though.
I don't know.
No, all seems honky and dory. I'm gonna go find the power. Oh, it's right there.
Oh. All right. Well,
There you go, Han. The fam is good.
Grab more useful equipment than what I grabbed.
Okay.
Okay.
It might not be here. It might be back this way.
Wait, where's the front of this map?
Where's the what?
Oh, nothing.
It's
I wasn't asking where the front of the map was.
Oh, you're fine. Hi, Toe. Imagine if the ghost leaves UV, but its face. What? It's what sticks its face into a salt pile? What do you mean? It's also possible that maybe when I heard it this way, maybe it actually was some spread and it was actually this way. It's possible. Did I just hear an object get thrown? I don't have my EMF on me. Face print like a toddler that ran through a patio door. Nothing looks moved. Delish. That's like 1 degree colder. That's not cold enough though. I think I was deceived. I think I was deceived. Smack his face on a window. That would be pretty funny. That would be super funny. Hey, Tang.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, how are you?
Nothing yet.
All right. I guess I'll go this way. How many times they press their face against a window? It's not their face. It's they put their little fingers all over it. What if it's over here? Oh, the porta potty's locked again. Rogue, thank you for the 3 months. Lurkers, I'm playing too. Nice. Having on in the background. Man, I hope I'm muted. I heard a whisper. I have no idea where this ghost is. No clue. We'll go search over here by the... We'll go search over here. Might have to start using some other stuff. Where the... Where the hell? Anything yet?
I have not found anything.
Me either. Jason, hello. Hey, how are you? Think it's back in one of those tents? Maybe. But it wasn't very cold. Everything in here looked fine. Yes. It's hot as hell in here. That's the ring Easter egg. Don't you have to hold it down for it to work? I am holding it down?
Have you found it yet, Flash? Because I'm walking around and I'm not seeing anything.
No, not yet.
Are you doing that thing where it's like, hey, I'm testing Doc right now to see if he can ever find the ghost? Is that what's happening?
No. I was in the cabin. I was trying to do the ring Easter egg and it worked.
There's a cabin?
Well, I was, but I'm back over here now.
Oh no, I was just saying, I didn't even know there was a
Isn't the bar usually filled? No, the bar fills when you see where it says hold? Once you hold, look, then it becomes that. And you see the temperature changing because I'm holding it down. I ain't found squat.
I'm pretty
Whoa.
sure this ghost is not real.
Are we being played with here?
We're being trolled by a ghost. Or we're being trosted.
Being trosted? Roger that. Try the campfire though. I have. I mean, it might be colder now, but no, I've been through here like 3 times. Yeah, it's not there. Go to the other one. Go back to the other one. Hotel and our abandoned. Oh, where you said you heard it. Well, I don't know. I just heard it this direction, but I don't know. I think it's a 6-meter spread.
Methinks it's hunting.
There's no ghost over there. What the? What?
You okay there?
Yeah. Do you have any idea where it was?
I heard nothing. Like precisely nothing. Were you in the cabin area?
No.
Okay, because maybe that's where it is.
Then were we stalked when I heard the whisper?
I don't know. All I know is that it was hunting and stuff.
That's probably not the best place to go, Doc. That might not be the best area to go.
What do you mean? I mean, am I in danger or? I hear footsteps. I hear footsteps.
Uh-huh.
You did know it was here, didn't you? You knew!
No, I had no idea. I swear. I swear to it.
If I wasn't so scared I'd mess up the bleep button, I'd be cussing you out right now.
I promise, I swear, I had no idea that it was there.
Felt like setup, FlashForce.
No, I swear. I swear to you. If I was trying to set you up, I would have said, hey, Doc, why don't you check the cabin?
I see you.
Okay, so if I got a whisper, dude, me staring, okay, I was looking like this, and I heard the whisper. Like, I wonder if this is a stalking ghost. Or if it teleported. There's no evidence. No, we can get evidence. Yeah, Coco, thank you for the biddy. Blood Clay, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Honey, welcome in. You think it's a wraith? Still on the map, right?
Did you say, did I find the map?
No. I was asking if you're in in the map, not in the truck area.
I am inside the cabin because I'm not really sure why, but there are a lot of plates and shoes and everything all over the place in here. Just so you're aware.
Okay, so it's probably going to hunt again here in a second, right?
Help me!
I'm going to die. It's really hard to know if it's a banshee now because Doc is dead. Panda, thank you for the dono. Thank you. Oh, it's definitely fast with line of sight. It saw him and it was barreling out of there. Would you stop hunting? Poor Doc. Our poor sweet Doc. When it whispered, it was telling me bye. Look how cool this looks. Oh, sweet, sweet poor Doc. Did we ever find out what the cursed possession was? No, it wasn't the cards and it's not the monkey paw, so I can't bring him back like that. Yeah, it might be Frank or something. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it was, it's not the mirror. Doc is now one with the Force. He's one with something. I don't know. I do not know. Again, this is one of those situations where we don't have a lot to go on, but I also don't want to keep... Hey! You put toe back, sir. Doc, I swear. I think it's a rev. I don't think so. You oh, what the hell? Oh, he's just watching the investigation. Oh, okay, that's fair. I like that seat. That's a good seat. Here. Here we go. Let me give him a little, give him one of these. It's like he's watching TV. It's like this is his little TV. Why is the flip? That's not whatever. It's fine. Doc, I need you to bring an item to the truck. And it could be tow if you want. It's up to you. I'm going to ask him some yes or no questions. Toe's just enjoying the show. He's just chilling. He's fine. He's hanging out. We'll wait for him. There he is. Hi. Okay. If you know what ghost this is, I want you to take that pan and put it on the keyboard. If you don't, throw it on the ground again. Okay, I don't see a pan. This is mixed signals. Okay, okay. All right, wait. You like threw it at you threw it at the clipboards. I don't understand why you did that. Doc's now a chef. Oh, okay. Okay, so we don't know what it is. That whisper really threw me off. I want to just guess the ghost and go because, well, you're not alive and I can't bring you back, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm just going to guess Banshee, even though it might not be. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to know because when it was hunting, it didn't target me, but it was also targeting you. So, all right, I'm just going to guess and go. When we have dead friends, we don't sit here and sweat the game. We just go. It's not worth it. Need some pills? No, he's fine. Are you talking about Toe?
Welcome back.
Duh, twins.
The twins?
What a turd.
What?
What? By the way, ads are about to play. Just a heads up.
The twins.
The twins. Yeah.
Well, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I know I didn't.
Somebody would have.
Well, probably Steve.
Oh, Steve, him and his burgers.
And his chicken.
His
Steve's burgers and chicken.
Steve's burgers and chicken.
That's right. Well, FlashForce,
Mr. Doc.
as always, it has been an esteemed honor.
I
and
appreciate
privilege.
everything you stand for and all of your elbows.
Yes, and I appreciate your taste in clothing and your ghost hunting ability.
Oh, stop.
And your quick-wittedness at not allowing me to cut you off during the loading screen once. It's impressive.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. Color me impressed.
It's a nice color.
Thank you. Thank you. It brings out my...
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you.
Guys, please make sure that you're following Doc. Doc is an amazing creator. He is beyond funny. He is just pure unadulterated entertainment. He is so funny. We love Doc around here. We love some Doc. We're not done yet. We're not going to get off here just yet. He is a lovely human being. That is true. Got him. Got him so good. He wasn't ready. You thought it was a phantom? No. The blinks looked normal to me. The hard part was it had line of sight on him, so the speed was hard to judge. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys look at my title on the purple side, you can see him. There's ads playing, by the way, so we'll wait for the ads to be done. Yeah. Hey, Lexi, early stream? I mean, I stream this time every Sunday, friend. Every Sunday. Yeah, I did. The only reason I didn't stream last Sunday was because of Mother's Day. Oh, Jen, he really doesn't post there. Yeah, he doesn't post there. Why would you leave? Because we're done. What do you mean? No, but you can find him on the purple side if you go to Doc Unamentari. That's DOC_UMUNTARI. Yeah. Make sure to give that man a follow. He's amazing. I assume my dog's going hammer sandwich because my wife just got home. I assume. We'll go for a little bit, but not too much longer, though. Not too much. Oh, my word. He's the thing. Hammer sandwich? Yeah, you heard me. I'll say it twice. Thank you all for the donos today. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And we have like 50 seconds left on the ads. Gonna go play some Phas. Good luck, dude. Best of luck to you. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. If I'm gonna do the weekly. This was my thought. My thought was possibly doing the weekly, and then after the weekly, maybe switching back over to the midnight walk. Gotta step out. Tyler, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here, homie. I was thinking about it. Hey, Madara, how are you? What's going? We're chilling, man. Finishing up an essay. Being adult sucks. It definitely can. Amen. I did have an idea for my punishment for doing whenever I do my perfect only day, like perfect game or else. One of the possible punishments could be me taking like a jar or something. I don't know. Like a tin for Bean Boozled, but mixing together regular and spicy and just grabbing random ones whenever I fail. Love Faz. We do too. Ad breaks are done. Sweet. Love